Can't believe I'm about to get these gig tickets. I've been waiting forever to see them, and these guys are once in a lifetime.
How'd you manage that? What you want to do is pay in 3 with PayPal. There's no interest and no fees either. So go on then. Who is it? Manchester's finest, I presume?
Or, no, I'm going with my niece to see the groovy gigglers. Absolute tunes.
Don't just pay. PayPal.
PayPal UK Limited. Pay in 3 is unregulated. Consider if affordable. Subject to status. See terms.
Oh, Jamie's got a new car. He only passed his test last week. Chloe and the kids on the school run in their new hybrid, and the Flemings from 23 off to see their daughter at uni. Get car and van insurance that's right up your street at parkerscompare.com. Created by the experts at Parkers, we're 100% independent and dedicated to helping you find the right insurance policy. Quick and easy, you could compare quotes in just 5 minutes from some of the UK's leading providers. For car insurance comparisons you can trust, visit parkerscompare.com. Authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. See website for details.
Clyde One Super Scoreboard Podcast with Lookers Audi. The fully electric Q4 is now available on Motability. Discover it today. It's game day, and this is the home of Scottish football. It's Clyde One Super Scoreboard.
Good afternoon and welcome to Clyde One Super Scoreboard on a huge day and a huge weekend of Scottish football. Of course, the starter is today with 3 massive Premiership games: Motherwell, Dundee United, St Johnstone, St Mirren and Hibs Ross County. Many of you will see the main course as being tomorrow's League Cup final between Celtic and Rangers. And as if that's not enough, today is one of the highlights of the year on Clyde One Super Scoreboard. It is our Cash for Kids sports auction, where we ask you to help us make a big difference to local children and perhaps walk away with some brilliant sporting prizes and memorabilia in the process. I'm Gordon Duncan, and joining me you have Gordon Dalziel, Mark Wilson and Hugh Keevins.
Happy to say we've got a double agenda this afternoon. We've got a football agenda and we've got a Christmas agenda to look after kids who can't look after themselves. But before we get to that, the football, Motherwell can leapfrog Dundee United in the league table, and that would be a huge psychological lift for the always under pressure Stuart Kettlewell at Fir Park. Hibs can get off the bottom of the table if they beat Ross County at Easter Road, and even greater satisfaction by putting Hearts bottom of the table, and then they have to go to Kilmarnock tomorrow. And when the Saints go marching in, St Johnstone against St Mirren, they're both in the midst of poor runs. Either one would happily take a Christmas gift of 3 points.
Yeah, we always look forward to this Saturday in December for such a worthy cause, the Cash for Kids sports auction. So looking forward to that throughout the day. And the games, of course, to look forward to today. Dundee United Motherwell, certainly an intriguing one with mixed fortunes this season, but the battle for fourth there continues. Hibs, unbelievably, like you was just touching on there, can jump up so many places today, and a good one at McDermott Park as well. But of course, all eyes on the big one tomorrow. Cannot wait for it.
Yeah, I think the lads have covered every aspect of it. Obviously, Cash for Kids comes first and foremost, Gordon. It's very important this afternoon. We raise as much money as possible, and we get plenty of entertainment, plenty of goals, and a cup final to look for. It's brilliant weekend.
Strap yourselves in. This is the place to be today and all weekend. Of course, we'll keep you up to speed with all the build up to today's action. We'll preview tomorrow. Of course, we'll be live at Hampden tomorrow as well, and we're going to take you through the Cash for Kids sports auction as well. So Twitter at Clyde SSB, a couple of different phone numbers to remember as well, but I'll hold your hand and we'll get through it together, because it is always a hectic but brilliantly rewarding day here on Clyde One Super Scoreboard. So let me just tell you what we've got first and foremost before I go to the 3 Premiership grounds. We have 3 all-day prizes for you. Okay, now we're going to have various prizes that run from 1 hour to the next, but the following 3 prizes are available all day long. So from now until just before the end of the show. So this is what you've got running all day long. The first one is a hospitality package for 4 at Hampden Park on Sunday 23rd of March for Scotland against Greece, plus a framed and signed Scotland first team shirt. Now that's donated kindly by Sodexo Live and Arnold Clark, so thank you very much to them. We hope the Scotland team's heading in a good direction. We hope this playoff ends successfully. It looks like there's an excitement around the team again with youngsters like Ben Doak. We've got a World Cup campaign round the corner, and even if you forget all of that, what a day out it is. Hospitality for 4 at Hampden. Let me tell you, it's a Sunday as well, so you can go and kick the backside out of it and walk away with a signed shirt from the Scotland squad as well. Your second prize that's going to run all day, Celtic fans, you are going to absolutely love this. It's not lost on us that we do this just before Christmas. You could give it as a Christmas gift or go along yourself. 2 director's box tickets for Celtic against Aberdeen, no less, on Wednesday 26th of February, plus, as if that's not enough, signed shirts from Nicholas Kuhn. Are we talking about a player of the year in waiting? And Alistair Johnson, fans' favourite, guaranteed to start when he's fit, just signed a new contract. You all phone in here and tell us he could be a future Celtic captain. So how's that for a prize? 2 director's box, Celtic Aberdeen, signed tops from Nicholas Kuhn and Alistair Johnson, kindly donated by Celtic Football Club. So get your thoughts over to us, your bids over on that. And the third prize for the all day lots is Rangers Be the Pundit. See what they've done there?
Yeah.
You like that, Hugh?
Yeah,
You like that
I do.
creativity? Rangers Be the Pundit. Talk about money can't buy, because this is 2 Rangers FC media passes for the fixture of your choice. It doesn't include Celtic or European games, which means you get to access the media lounge before and after the game, watch the press conferences, plus a signed home top by the current squad. Now, I know last week how you might have been feeling about this, but this is the squad that's just drew with Tottenham. This might, I underline, might be the squad that wins the League Cup tomorrow. So Rangers fans, dig deep if you can on that. Those are your 3 all-day prizes: Scotland hospitality for 4, Celtic hospitality, and Rangers Be the Pundit. If you want to bid on them, kick us off please on 0141 565 2468. 0141 565 2468.
Well, what a great prize. 3 great prizes, all day prizes, and the chance to help us help the kids. Every year it's a disgrace that children are still left in the state in which they have been left by circumstances. And every year this station has its proudest, its best afternoon, and this is it, where we do our part to help the kids who cannot help themselves. Please give as generously as you can.
What is it they say about Alistair Johnson, the best Celtic right back since...
Yeah.
Danny McGrady.
So I mean, you add that into the mix as well. Great prizes there for the
Danny
all.
Aye, very good. Well done, News. Well done. No, great prizes. 3 fantastic prizes which will raise a lot of money and great treats throughout the day to look forward to. So
absolutely.
Fantastic course.
Those are your all-day prizes, those 3: Hampden, Celtic, Rangers. That's the easy way to remember it. Get your bids in on 0141 565 2468. They're running all day, so you do have a bit of time, but you don't want to miss out. Where you do not have time, and I'm going to go around the ground soon, don't worry, where you do not have time is these prizes coming up, because these will end at 3 o'clock. These are from 2 until 3 o'clock. So I'm going to cross live to our auction room where Cassie has the details.
Hello, Gordon. How are you?
Wonderful. What have you got for us?
Oh, good. Right, well, the girls are up here with me in the office. We've got the cash for kids. Girls, let me hear you make some noise. Oh, good. There we are. Felt I was at a DJ gig there. Right, I got a couple of prizes here to let you know about. So,
look at that, the wonders of modern technology in the same building, and we can't even hear from her. Will I just do it? Will I just crack on and we'll just get through? I thought I was going to save my voice today as well.
So
I've been struggling with the cold all week. I thought Cassie was going to take
I'll
the strain.
pass my mic over to Cassie.
Anyway, your comedy is not as important as the charity, so let's update you on what you've got between now and 3 o'clock, please, if you're ready. This is good. Beat the pundits at golf. How do you like the sounds of that?
Unbeatable.
Mark Wilson and Gordon Dalziel for a 4-ball on the Duke's course at St Andrews. It's a lovely part of the world that you're up there.
Beautiful.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah,
the Dukes.
beautiful.
It's a lovely part of the world. So you and a partner up against Mark Wilson and Gordon Dalziel at the Dukes in St Andrews. How you can't say no to that. Seriously, donated by Arnold Clark. So thank you very much to them. It's a brilliant prize. If anyone that's been, I'm sure you can vouch for that. A championship golf course, 18 holes, suited for all levels of player as well. You don't need to be very good. I'm not sure these two are very good either. So fantastic prize that. So that's the first one. Beat the pundits at golf. Why not get your bids in? Talk about money can't buy. The chance to embarrass Mark Wilson and Gordon Dalziel on the golf course. Your second one is Partick Thistle hospitality for 6 at the Alan Rough Lounge, plus a signed first team home shirt. Now, you don't need me to give you an arithmetic lesson, but 6 people a day out, the food, drink, everything that goes along with hospitality, 6 people plus a signed shirt. That must be worth a fair whack. And the beauty of that is, see, even if you're not a Partick Thistle fan, if you're from Glasgow, the West Ayrshire, it's just up the road. Take yourself and have a brilliant day out. 2-course meal, all-inclusive drinks and table service. It says here.
Yeah.
Is that the important bit? Executive seating, halftime snacks, guests, man of the match. It's any home fixture for the remainder of the season as well. That's a brilliant prize from Partick Thistle, because like I say, if you're a Thistle fan, you'll love it, and if you're not, that's still a brilliant day out in Glasgow.
I've done the hospitality at Firhill. It's first class.
And this one, I expect record-breaking bids for this. Your third prize that runs between now and 3 o'clock. Motherwell fans, Rangers fans, those who just like to stay in touch with the greats of the game, a signed Andy Halliday shirt.
It's lovely, yeah. Yeah, it's got short sleeves so you can hold your hand up to apologise.
And let me just say, I clarify this, it's one he's worn. Now, I don't know if it's the one he wore in the semi-final.
On the one he wore the other week when he got whipped at half time, so it's nice and fresh.
But it's certainly one that he has worn on the pitch, because I know that for a fact, because I picked to strip up.
There you go. It's a signed Motherwell Andy Halliday shirt. So get your bids in for those. So your 2 until 3 o'clock items are Beat the Pundits at golf, you and your partner taking on Mark and Gordon at the Dukes in St Andrews. I mean, even a round for 2 people at the Dukes at St Andrews isn't cheap. You add in the novelty of embarrassing these two. Gordon Dalziel will tell you some of his more non-PG stories that he can't tell on the show. Your second one, the Partick Thistle hospitality for 6 plus a signed shirt, and the third one, a signed Motherwell Andy Halliday shirt. You have only until 3 p.m. for them, so please be quick. 0141565 2468. Give us a call right now. 0141565 2468. Right, we're up and running then with your all-day prizes and your 2 until 3 p.m. prizes. Let's go round the grounds. Will the Andy Halliday match-worn shirt be in action today? Roger Hanna, Fir Park is the venue for Motherwell against Dundee United.
It is indeed, Gordon. You can always sense the excitement in the studio at the Cash for Kids sports auction. There was almost as much excitement in the studio with yourself and Daz when Tony Watt scored that stoppage time winner for Motherwell at St Mirren last Saturday. It lifted them to 5th place in the Premiership table. They can go 4th with a win over Dundee United here today, but Watt is not available. He can't play against his parent club. Motherwell will have to do without him, and they'll have to do without Stuart Kettlewell in the dugout as well. He's serving a touchline ban. Stevie Frail will be in the dugout to run things. I can see Richard Foster and John Obika down there just putting the players through their paces already. Kettlewell having to take a seat close to me in the main stand here. The good news for him is that he's beginning to get players out the treatment room. Harry Payton starts today, Sam Nicholson, Stephen O'Donnell and Tom Sparrow all back in the matchday squad, and of course, as you say, our own Andy Halliday sparkling next to the captain Lennon Miller in central midfield. Motherwell have had 2-1 wins over United already this season in the league and in the Premier Sports Cup. And here's an odd start for you, Gordon. You and Daz will probably know this. Motherwell's last 17 games, 9 wins and 8 defeats. They haven't had a draw since the opening day of the Premiership season. That probably means it'll be 0-0 today. I saw United draw for SuperScoreBoard last Saturday, 1-1 with Kelly at Tannadice. Bruce Anderson's injury time penalty equaliser for Kelly going in just as Watt was scoring in Paisley. Jim Goodwin's side, they lost here, as I say, at the end of October, but they've been unbeaten in 5 games since then. And for a newly promoted side, I think they'll be quite happy with 4th place at the minute. They have to do without Will Ferry. He's suspended today, and will just go through the team's 3 changes for Motherwell from that win in Paisley. Out go Tavares, Wilson and Watt. In come Coletta, Payton and Maswanisi. So it's Aston Oxford in goals. The back 3, Dan Casey, Liam Gordon and Shane Blaney. Across the middle, Marvin Coletta, Harry Payton, Lennon Miller, Andy Halliday and Steve Seddon. And up top, Tawanda Maswanisi with Apostolos Stamatolopoulos. On the bench, Heggie, O'Donnell and Palmer, Zdravkovsky, Sparrow and Nicholson, Wilson, Ibe and Tavares. Just that one change for United, the enforcement. Ferry dropping out because of suspension, so Glenn Middleton gets a start. There you go, Jack Walton in goal. It's Emmanuel Adebayoga, Declan Gallagher and Kevin Holt is a back three. Ryan Strain, Lucas Stevenson, Vico Savell, David Babunski and Glenn Middleton across the middle, with Sam Dalby and the returning Louis Moult up top. On the bench, Richards, Graham and Trapanovsky, Odada, Fotheringham and Van der Sande, Thompson, Sturton and Uboshioma. The ref is Nick Walsh, the VAR is Greg Aiken, and I'm looking forward to a very good game at Third Park.
Oh, what a fantastic game it is. These sides have already met, as Roger was alluding to, this season already. You can get the chance for Motherwell to leapfrog Dundee United, and you never know if Andy Halliday scores a hat-trick. We had a few quid onto that signed shirt as well, although we're going to need to close the bidding before kick-off, so I don't quite know how that works. But anyway, we're looking forward to Motherwell Dundee United greatly. What about the Battle of the Saints? It's in Perth though. David Friel is there.
The Battle of the Saints indeed, Gordon. Big game for both clubs. Two of them are separated by just 4 points. St Mirren clearly desperate to get back to winning ways. Successive defeats in United and Motherwell last couple of weeks. Stephen Robson's men beat St Johnstone 3-1 early in the season, but have a pretty dismal record at McDermott Park over the last 10 years actually. St Mirren have just won one of their last 11 visits here and about to clearly improve on that today. However, they've not got a good away record this season. They've lost 5 out of their 7 away league games so far, and this won't be easy. St Johnstone have certainly picked up a bit of form under Cyril Valakari. You know, they did lose to Rangers a couple of weeks ago, but beat Kilmarnock, get a really good draw. Aberdeen last week end up at Pittodrie. Young Mackenzie Kirk scored again. He's been a real revelation since Valakari took over and will be a big threat to St Mirren today. But I think it's fair to say the St Johnstone manager is going to have a go, because he's named 4 strikers in his team. Holding midfielder Sven Sprangler is suspended. We wondered who would come in to replace him, and he's just chucked in Adama Sidibe. So it looks like St Johnstone are really going for it. Bozo Mikulic also comes in for Kyle Cameron at the back. In terms of St Mirren, there without the suspended Alec Gogic. He got married this week, congratulations to him. So Alec Iacoviti comes in. He makes his first appearance since August. He's been out with a long-term injury. Mikael Mandron is also preferred to Toyosi Olasanya in attack. I'll just run through the team, sorry. St Johnstone, it's Josh Ray in goals, Lewis Nielsen, Jack Sanders, Bozo Mikulic, Andre Wright at the back. Looks like Matt Smith and Jason Holt will be the holders, with Nicky Clark in behind Adama Sidibe, Mackenzie Kirk and Benji Kimpioka. Subs for St Johnstone are Sinclair, Cameron, Carey, Essel, Kucheravi, McPake, Keltins, Franchak and Brookfield. As for St Mirren, it's that usual 3-4-2-1 formation. Ellery Balcom in goals, Marcus Fraser, Alec Iacoviti and Richard Taylor at the back, Elvis Ramono, Mark O'Hara, Killian Phillips and Scott Tanz across the middle, with Conor McMenamin and Greg Kiltie in behind Mikael Mandron. Subs for St Mirren are Minsky, Kenny, John, Smythe, Boyd Munns, Idowu, Scott Mooney and Olasanya. The referee at McDermott Park is Ewan Anderson. The VAR is Stephen McLean.
Looking forward to that one. Attacking lineup from St Johnstone. Excited to see how that one plays out. Maybe by the end of the show we'll have an auction prize of the role of top dog at PFA Scotland for a year. We'll see Fraser Wishart will give it up for us, but before then he's looking ahead to Hibs against Ross County.
Yes, I am. I've got my Saturday hat on, Gordon, my Radio Clyde hat on, and I was at Tynecastle last week and I said it was a bit strange to be talking about Hearts being bottom of the table in December and they won, and it's much the same today. It's really strange to see Hibs at the bottom of the table, and their fans will be hoping or perhaps expecting a win today. It's still pretty tight from middle to bottom of the table. County, today's opponents, sitting in 8th place, but a win today for Hibs would take them above County and out of the bottom 2. In fact, they could be 8th, and an amazing fact that Hibs haven't been out of the bottom 2 all season, because they started off with a heavy 0 defeat to St Mirren and they've been in the bottom 2 ever since. But for all their most recent problems, they've been at the back. Either side of their good win at Fir Park, they've actually lost 12 goals in 4 games, although the performances have been better. But 28 goals in 16 games, change of formation to 3 at the back hasn't quite shored things up at the back and made much difference. At the other end of the park, we saw at Celtic Park last week, they couldn't take the excellent chances that they had in that game. Kujarevic was a guilty party on a couple of occasions. He misses today's game through injury, so maybe today will be the day all clicks for Hibs. But we know how this game will play out. County will try and frustrate Hibs early on. They'll come here. They should come here on the back of 2 heavy defeats against the Old Firm, but I don't think Don Cow would expected anything much from this game. But they'll sit in, they'll make it difficult for Hibs, and he'll see this as a chance against a Hibs team fragile in confidence to win and put more distance between them and the bottom of the table. But their away form has been shocking. They haven't won away from home in the league since September 2023, but it's still a tricky one, I think, for Hibs today. They'll have all the ball, they'll be expected to make all the running and all the chances, but they've only got 1 home win in 8 games this season, and if things go wrong, no doubt the fans will react as they did the last time I was here at the start of November when they lost to St Mirren. So a good start to this game, absolutely vital for the home side. Hibs have made 3 changes to the game at Celtic Park. Kurevic and Miller are out through injury, and Obita drops to the bench. In come Chris Cadden, Gale and Hoyle, and a slight change to formation 3-4-1-2. Jordan Smith's in goals, Warren O'Hora, Rocky Bushiri and Jack Iredale at the back. Chris Cadden, Nectarios Triantis, Joe Newell and Nicky Cadden in midfield, with Junior Hoylett behind the 2 strikers, Dwight Gale and Ellie Yuhan. Joseph Bursic, Gillian Levitt, Jake Doyle-Hayes, Martin Boyle, Sean McCurdy, Kwon, Jordan Obita, Nathan Mariah Welsh and Jordan Campbell are the subs for Ross County. A slight change of formation, 3-5-1-2 formation. They've gone with Jack Hamilton in goals. They've got Akil Wright, Casper Lopata and Ailey Campbell at the back. Across the middle, James Brown, Connor Randall, Scott Allardyce, Josh Nisbet and George Harmouth, Noah Chilvers and Alex Samuel as the strikers. Their substitutes are Jordan Amesa, Ryan Leake, Victor Laturi, Ronan Hale, Aidan Denham, Charlie Telfer, Miche Efete, Jordan White and Josh Reid. The referee today, Easter Road, is Lloyd Wilson, and DAR is Grant Irvin.
There we are, that's you up to speed on the team news from the 3 o'clock games in the Scottish Premiership. We've got a big game in the Premiership to come tomorrow, and I know you've heard all about the Cup final as well, so we will look ahead to that next. But just a reminder, 01415652468 on the auction prizes. Your all-day prizes are up and running. And they are going to last until the end of the show. Those are crackers, the Scotland Hospitality, the Celtic Hospitality, the Rangers Be the Pundit. You only have until 3 o'clock for a game of golf against Gordon Dalziel and Mark Wilson at the Dukes in St Andrews, the Thistle Hospitality for 6, and the Andy Halliday signed shirt. I'll give you an update on those and your first preview of the afternoon for the League Cup final coming up next.
Cappuccino for Kristen.
Oh, sorry mate, I've forgotten my card.
Alright, of course you have. 3rd time this week, just saying.
I'll get the next ones, promise.
No need.
Oh, thank you.
You can just send me £4.70 with your PayPal app. For your double shot oat milk skinny caramel latte with extra foam.
Oh, don't forget my sprinkles.
Don't just pay. PayPal.
A PayPal account is required to send and receive money.
Get in pole position for cheaper van insurance. With mustard.co.uk. With top insurance providers, a 5-minute pit stop with us could get you out in front in the race to savings. See what you could save and compare your van insurance today. With mustard.co.uk. T's and C's apply. Authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority.
The team with the biggest support in Glasgow and the West. This is Clyde One Super Scoreboard.
Hugh Keevins, Mark Wilson and Gordon Dalziel in the studio. We've got the top team round the grounds. We've already given you the team news ahead of the 3 o'clock games. And of course it is our Cash for Kids sports auction. It's that day that we wish we didn't have to do, but we do, and therefore we all embrace it. We ask for your help and hopefully we raise some good money. You do have all day prizes running and they are ticking along nicely. The Scotland Hospitality for 4 plus the signed shirt, kindly donated by Sodexo Live and Arnold Clark. The Celtic Hospitality donated by the football club itself, its director's box for the Aberdeen game, plus signed tops from Nicholas Kuhn and Alistair Johnson. And then you've got the Rangers Be the Pundit. You get to sit in the media section, you get to go to the press conference and all that sort of stuff or the media lounge, and you get the home top signed by the current squad as well, the current squad that did so well on Thursday night. So they're bubbling away until the end of the show. I'll update you more in a bit more detail, but Cassie has some live updates for the 2 to 3 p.m. lots. Cassie, take it away.
Yes, I do. So Scotland Hospitality, so that is the hospitality for 4, as you said, at Hampden Park on Sunday the 23rd of March 2025 for Scotland v Greece, plus a framed and signed Scotland first team shirt. I can tell you that a bid has come in for that. Now that was set at £250. Gordon, do you remember this?
I remember.
So we've now had a call from Jim. Jim said we need to up the ante on all of these, so I'm going to put down a bid of £4,000 from Labron Technical. So
wow,
thank you
what an effort
so
that is.
much to Jim for that. Now you're still in with a chance as well. Celtic Hospitality, 2 directors box tickets for Celtic and Aberdeen, and Warner Allen is currently in the lead with this one, £550 for that. So it's on Wednesday the 26th of February next year, plus signed tops from Nicholas Kuhn. I got that right, yes?
Bang on, perfect.
In case I don't get the pronunciations right. And Alistair Johnston. And lot 3, we've got Rangers Be the Pundit. So 2 Rangers, media passes, a fixture of your choice, excluding Celtic and European games, of course, but with access to the media lounge pre and post match, plus a Rangers home signed top by the current squad, and Graham Meakin is in the lead with that. £600 he's come forward with that one.
Brilliant, keep up the good work. Thank you very much to those generous bids so far. Thank you to Cassie. I'll go and let her go back and take more of your calls, get some of the bids in and collect them as the afternoon goes on. You've got a bit of time on them, not too long though, but they go until the end of the show. Those are the all day prizes, but don't forget, between now and 3 o'clock you're running out of time. This is the Beat the Pundits at golf. It's your chance to play Mark Wilson and Gordon Dalziel. So a 4-ball, you and your pal, the best golfer you know, or maybe just the guy that's got the best company, up against these two at the Dukes in St Andrews. So that's sitting at £500. Thank you to Graham Ross from Shots, who's fired that one in. Pretty good. Is that the day out with you two worth more than that?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Just for entertainment value. Forget the golf.
I will bin the golf.
Actually, I've got an update on that. They've promised that during the break, if we can up that, if we can knock on the door of 1,000, Gordon said he would lie down, put the tee in his mouth, and let Mark tee off.
Lovely.
On the
Come
first
on,
hole.
get your grand in.
It was your mouth, you said, wasn't it?
Yes.
Right, just checking.
Yeah, well, I'm lying in my bag.
Turn over in your tummy. We'll find a place to put the tea.
The bids are coming in. I think we can do better. That's the beauty of it, because I always, on one hand, I thank you for your generosity, but you know I'm just obliged to try and up the ante and get as much for the children as we can. So the Partick Thistle Hospitality is sitting at £200, and thank you very much to John Whitelaw. It is appreciated. However, this is where I'm going to stick the boot in a wee bit and ask for more, because that's for 6 people. Hospitality, 6 people. Your drinks, 2-course food, your ticket to the game. You get to meet the special guests that they've got there. You'll meet the man of the match. That's a sensational day out for 6 people. I think we can do more than £200, so let's get the bids in on that. And the signed Andy Halliday shirt sitting at £100, thanks to Robert McDonald. He's worth more. He is. And he smells great, so if it's match worn, it'll be stinking. And you can have that piece of football memorabilia. 0141565 2468. 0141565 2468. Those lots, those 3 finish at 3 o'clock, so you need to be quick. Right, tomorrow is a huge day as well, in case you hadn't noticed. Let's start ramping up the League Cup final preview. What are your thoughts, Hugh Keevins?
My thoughts are that Brendan Rodgers is the master of this fixture. He's had 1 defeat in 19 games against Rangers over 2 spells as Celtic manager. He's had 15 victories and 4 draws. I have never known in my fairly long career a manager of Celtic or Rangers to have the mastery of this fixture that Brendan Rodgers possesses. Now, if ever a man needed to disrupt that run, it's Philippe Clement. He's had 5 goes at beating Celtic and has not succeeded in any of them. But this is a transformed Rangers. On the day they drew with Dundee United at Ibrox, they were a laughingstock. There were fans calling this programme from inside the ground to tell you how bad they were, and they were able to be heard, every word, because there was no atmosphere. But this Rangers side, not just because of Spurs midweek, this Rangers side is transformed. Therefore, we had a walkover of a cup final, and now we've got a proper cup final instead. It's going to be one heck of an occasion.
I wasn't with you two on Thursday night. I missed you greatly. You would have finished just at kick-off time. Would you remind me of your match predictions? I genuinely don't know them. Hand on heart, I do not know.
You have stolen my thunder. I have been waiting. I couldn't sleep last night waiting to get in this studio. I've been in here since 12 o'clock. Go on, Mark. Go on, I'll give you the platform.
I may have misjudged it a tad. I kind of based my view on what Rangers were
you were going
3
north.
or 4 weeks ago, and I said 3-0. I says it could be even more than that. So I will
remember, Mark.
I will eat my words like the man to my right.
Go from one failure to the next with no loss of enthusiasm.
Anyway, exactly. I thought they were brilliant in Thursday night Rangers. Really good.
What difference, if any, does Thursday make to Sunday?
Well,
then?
we were discussing this on Thursday, and you disagreed with me if they got a good result on Thursday that it would make a difference. You said when they matter. I thought it did. I thought mentally, if they took a real beating on Thursday, it would linger with you. You always feel a bit heavier on the legs. I get it's against Celtic, so come kick-off time, you know, everybody thinks, oh, you forget about that. But mentally, when you go up against a team like Spurs and play the way you did and should have won the game in that high intensity, high energy levels, of course that lifts you. It not only lifts the players, but it lifts everybody around the club, the fans included. So we've now got a real contest in our hands come tomorrow, like you said there. 3 weeks ago, if you asked me, I thought it was a foregone conclusion. Celtic by far the better team. Rangers no chance. But now it's a different story.
Has Thursday changed your thoughts on tomorrow?
Massively. But what I will say to Mark is, after working so long with him, he still doesn't listen to me. I says, if they'd lost, I still didn't think it'd matter because the cup final was completely different. Of course, when you look at that performance, I thought they were very unlucky, only for the brilliance of Fraser Foster, an ex-Celtic goalkeeper, right at the end with Dessers. They'd have picked up, a terrific one. Gordon, they are in a far better place. I wouldn't get very, so carried away that you're now getting in there saying we're now a certainty to go and beat. You're up against Celtic. They know how to win. They're a different opposition. What I will say is, I think this final is now like the guys 2 weeks ago. Celtic all day long. How many? Sunday, tomorrow, I think it'll be very tight, and I think there's a possibility Rangers could pull it off as well.
Let's bring the top team in then around the grounds. They've given us team news from their respective fixtures, and we will focus on them again. What are your thoughts, Roger? Hannah, sort of half looking back and half looking forward?
Looking back on the European midweek,
yes.
I mean, the Celtic performance, I think, has been underestimated. That's 2 clean sheets on the road. The Zagreb performance, yes, they could maybe have nicked a win, but I think a point you look at the state of the group, I think a point's good. 4 undefeated in the Champions League for Brendan Rodgers is the best run since Davy Hay in the European Cup in 1986, and you can see Celtic now, they look more accustomed, they look more comfortable. In the past, I think Celtic fans feared going to places like Zagreb and Bergamo. I don't think they feel that anymore. I think they'll beat young boys to get through to the playoff for the last 16, and then the Celtic supporters can go to Villa Park at the end of next month and enjoy themselves without worrying about the result. Hearts, it's great for them. Beat Petrocub and you're in after Europe in the Conference League, which would be fantastic for Neil Fitch. They could really kick on their season. And although they didn't win, I think the winners were Rangers in midweek, a performance that surprised all of us against a quality Tottenham team, and had it not been for an old adversary in Fraser Forster, Rangers could well have got a victory that would have not just stunned Scottish football, but I think stunned British football. And despite the fact they've had, I think, 50 hours less rest than Celtic, they'll go into the final in good nick, I think, tomorrow.
What about yourself, Fraser Wishart? How did you see Thursday going? It's time for honesty. Did they surprise you? And is it relevant for tomorrow or not?
Yeah, I think I was surprised by Rangers' performance, the level, the intensity. They were physical, they closed down, but then when they got the ball as well, they played some really good football, and they should have won the game. They deserved to win the game against a top English club, so I think they'll take a lot from that. The question now is, can they do it again against Celtic? Because Celtic are up there, that kind of level now that Spurs are, so can they get another performance out of them? And physically, how much did that take out of them as well? Because there was a lot of physical effort by the Rangers team as well. So we know nowadays that sports therapists and physiotherapists and stats play a big part in the team selection. I don't see there being too many changes in the Rangers team, but Willie perhaps shore up the midfield, play Barron, Diamandi and Raskin in there, because I think somebody's got to stop Callum McGregor from dictating the play. He's in absolute top form, the Celtic captain, best player in the country in my eyes, and if he plays well, Celtic play really well, and that'll be a problem for Rangers, so they might just look to shuffle things around. But Thursday must give the Rangers team so much confidence. Players like Gamani, who are just breaking in just at the very start of their career, to play like that and to score a goal like that, and the general performance. Raskin was excellent. I thought that Yilmaz played really well on the left hand side and protected Jeff Day. Tavernier looked to be back at his best. There's always that question, will he play, will he not play? I think he will, and I think we're in for a right good game. Still, Celtic are big favourites for me, but I think it'll be a really, really close game, and hopefully a game to remember for Scottish football.
David Friel, there's so much goes into every one of these. It is an incredible fixture because it happens so often, so to people on the outside that maybe diminishes it, but it's funny how it never really gets boring, and everyone has its own story. And I know you were up speaking to Brendan Rodgers yesterday. He of course is the one that comes into this with the record that Hugh mentions and the stats and history very much on his side, and Philippe Clement talking about not being interested in any of that stuff and doesn't think any of it's relevant. So this one's set up to be an absolute cracker, isn't it?
Yeah, what is it Hugh says, it's got its very own life form. Yeah, it was interesting speaking to Brendan Rodgers yesterday, Gordon, because with all the stats were thrown at him, I felt there was a wee edge to him in a sense where I think he used the word super focused. He was talking about relishing the challenge, and I actually think he'll be quite happy that Rangers are starting to fight form, and that any complacency at all around the club, I don't think within the squad you've got guys like Callum McGregor that Celtic would ever be taking Rangers lightly, but when Rangers are struggling, then I think it's only natural that maybe players don't switch on as much. But I think that's gone. I think Rangers are on a good moment just now. I think Celtic are in a good moment just now. And look, it's all set up for a cracker. I think history will tell you it should be tight. I never really expected a walkover for anybody, because I think the last 5 Hampden meetings between the two have all been settled by the odd goal. I could see that again tomorrow. I just feel Celtic still have the better quality, and while Rangers will be buoyed by what happened on Thursday, I do think it takes so much out of their legs, especially guys like Nico Raskin and Diamandi in the middle of the park.
Don't forget, you can tweet us your thoughts all afternoon. We'll open the phone lines a bit later as well, and of course live from Hampden tomorrow. On the Cash for Kids sports auction front, we've got the all day prizes are still running, but there's not been much movement there. That's the Scotland Hospitality, Celtic Hospitality and Rangers Be the Pundit. I'll keep you updated, but they are running all day. The ones that you're running out of time on are Beat the Pundits at golf. Graham Ross has bid £1,200 for a game of golf against Mark Wilson and Gordon Dalziel at the Dukes in St Andrews. That is a very generous bid, Graham. We thank you so much. I think we can up it. Let's try and get to 15.
I'll only get you one of us.
That's for the front nine. It's the back nine we're looking for here.
Again, we're moving in the right direction, but again, let's squeeze a bit more. Robert Hislop, thank you very much, from Cabins Custom Made on the Partick Thistle Hospitality. £550. It's for 6 people, right? So I'm going to get my calculator. I reckon that's got to be worth, on pure monetary value, about £100 a head, maybe even more depending how much you drink.
You're almost there then.
So let's start at 600 and then add your bit on for the kids. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not getting a bargain here. This is an auction, so let's try and up that a little bit. The Partick Thistle Hospitality for 6, because it comes with a signed first team home shirt as well. So I think we need to be adding a bit onto that. And the Andy Halliday shirt, Graham Stewart, we're moving in a upwards direction. It's £150. I still think we can squeeze more out, again, for the children. Let's see what we can do there. 0141 565 2468. Be quick on those 3. I'll update you after these.
The winning team all season long. This is Clyde One Super Scoreboard.
What a day we're having, because we've got 3 big games in the Scottish Premiership, and we're looking ahead to the League Cup final, and it is our Cash for Kids sports auction as well. We've got some big prizes that we're running all day long. Keep the bids coming on them. It's still Jim who's leading the Scotland Hospitality, Christopher Thane the Celtic Hospitality, and Stuart Shaw from Cowell Building, the Rangers Be the Pundit. But we've got lots of work to do on them, because they're here all day and they're worth more than what we're getting so far. Cassie is joining us again. Cassie, how are the 2 to 3 p.m. lots looking, because they finish in 15 minutes?
Only 15 minutes to go, so let's try and up the bids on these. Beat the Pundits at golf, so you're joining Mark Wilson and Gordon Dalziel. Unfortunately, as I say, they have to be there for the 4-ball on the Duke's course. Massive. At the old course, St Andrews. Just hope that one of them phones in sick and you don't have to deal with the chat.
What we got?
We've got Graham Ross, £1,200 on that one at the moment. If I just scroll down here as well, we've got this laptop is totally beating me here.
I'll tell you what's next, right? Because I've been doing a bit of research on the Partick Thistle Hospitality, Cassie, yes. Right? So you tell me if your arithmetic stays similar to mine. So no. This is hospitality for 6, right?
6 people.
In the Alan Rough Lounge, plus a signed first team home shirt. Now, I've done a bit of research during the break. Genuinely, that costs you £150 per person, right? So times that by 6, and that's you at the kind of break-even level. That's before you add in the signed shirt, and that's before you add a wee bit extra on for the charity.
You're getting a 2-course meal as well.
Exactly.
At that. All-inclusive drinks. Do you know what that means? All-inclusive drinks in Glasgow and the West.
Glasgow.
I'm just going to stay at the bar all day. Get table service, executive match seating, half-time snacks. That'd be good.
Nice.
Thank you for that. Yeah. Pre and post match guests, and also appearance from the man of the match, who'll come up and say hello as well. Any home fixture for that one. So Ricky Scarf is in the lead with that £750, as you said, but we would like a wee bit more.
Well, here's the arithmetic. It costs you £150 a head. So what's that? £900. Add on the signed shirt, add on a wee bit extra for the kids. We could get that over £1,000, because it's almost worth that. That's before we're even given to the charity. So let's think carefully. Thank you to Ricky for the £750, but let's do more. And we definitely, for his ego, we need to do more on this Andy Halliday shirt, do we not?
No, Andy Halliday shirt. I mean, to me, Andy Halliday is Jilly Isabella's man. Do you know what, Jilly from TikTok?
Sorry, go back.
It's hard to say.
Was that Jizzy?
Okay.
No, but we all know Andy Halliday, so it's an Andy Halliday shirt donated kindly by the man himself, Andy Halliday. And Graham Stewart's in lead with that with £150. But you and I have been saying this most of the day, Gordon, the money is going to the children. Every single penny is going straight to Cash for Kids. We're not having to cover any costs in any of these prizes, all being donated. And yeah, we're just looking to up it that little bit more.
Do you feel like you or I are obliged to bid for that, Gordon Dalziel, and push that price up?
You should. I'll tell you what, you go first.
Right, let's go. I don't mind doing that. Let's go £200 for the Andy Halliday shot.
You going £200? Over to you, Daz. What you got?
That's for the kids.
Hold on, this is what I've got.
It's for the children.
How many show fees is that, Gordon? That's
been busy this year.
Right, I've edited that 200, and I'm just going to put your name
but
down.
But please, Sunday outbid me. It's for the children.
No, I know.
It's the Steelmen and the children. What a combination. Anyway, that's us, Cassie. So we've got 10 minutes left on them. What's the number?
Have you got it there? Because I'm typing your name in here.
01415652468. That is the number that you need. Please outbid me on the Andy Halliday shirt. And I'm deadly serious though on the Partick. I'm half joking with that one. Only half joking. The Partick Thistle one, worth £900. Add on the signed shirt value. Add on the fact that we're trying to give a wee uplift for the charity, so I think we can push that towards £1,000. Certainly it's $750 at the moment. You've got 10 minutes left, and if you want to be the lucky person who plays golf with Mark Wilson or Gordon Dalziel, outbid Graham Ross, or maybe Graham wants to up it as well, give us a call and we will take a look in 10 minutes time. You've got your all day prizes as well, which I will update you on. What about today's football though? How many plates can we spin in one day? Let's go back to Fir Park. Motherwell against Dundee United. Roger Hannah and the Steelmen in such an interesting place, aren't they? Because the chance to go fourth today, about a week, 10 days after the calls that we had calling for Stuart Kettlewell to go. Is this just the madness of modern football, or is there more to it?
No, I think you've absolutely hit the nail on the head as you did last week. I think it is the madness of modern football. Stuart Kettlewell for me has done an excellent job. I always go back, Gordon, I've mentioned this to you before, to that night in Kirkcaldy when Raith Rovers knocked Motherwell out the cup. I think Motherwell were bottom of the Premier League. Stevie Hamill left the club and they really did look in a perilous position. You know, I remember speaking to you at the time and you were very worried about the prospect of a relegation to the Championship. And you look at them now, if they win today, they go fourth in the Premiership. They've been at a cup semi-final already this season. They've got homegrown players like Lennon Miller. I know Ewan Wilson's down on the bench today, but there is a sort of feel-good factor for me about Motherwell at the moment. They look up an upperly mobile club. Stuart Kettlewell will get a good view of them today because he's sitting just in front of me in the main stand here at Fir Park, serving a one-game touchline ban. But yeah, I think it is just the way modern football is. A couple of bad results. The manager must go. But I think the Motherwell board with a new chairman, the recent, the chief executive was only been in a year. I think they're quite happy with Stuart Kettlewell, and I think he's guiding the club in the right direction. And that direction might well be fourth place in the Premiership by 10-5.
It'll be a frustrating one, Roger, because Motherwell have had truly ridiculous injuries this season. Starting to get one or two heading back. Still could be doing with the likes of Paul McGinn and Jack Vale and so on. But just when Tony Watt was starting to tick along, two impressive performances, match winner last week, the terms of his loan agreement from Dundee United mean he's going to sit and watch it next to you as well.
He is indeed, yeah, and it is a bloke as he took his goal well. It was a lovely free kick dinked into the near post for Lennon Miller last week. A really clever header by Tony Watt, and they could have done with him today against United. He misses out. It's a chance for Tawanda Masmanisi to come back in. He's impressed in flashes this season up top. So the Motherwell squad, as you say, the bench looks stronger. There are no what you might describe as kids on the bench anymore. The likes of Sam Nicholas is back there. Tom Sparrow is back, I think, quicker than Kettlewell would have expected. Stevie O'Donnell's on the bench as well. Harry Payton is starting and he's beginning to get back to the form he showed last season for Motherwell. So I think Stuart Kettlewell will be reasonably happy, but until he gets club captain Paul McGinn back, Jack Vale, who's hardly been seen in his second loan spell at the club, until the likes of those players are back as well, and that's not even taking into consideration the Caleb Slattery's and Ross Callaghan's of this world, Gordon. I think Motherwell will be in an even better place once they're all back.
Just a quick update on the Cash for Kids sports auction. This is important because it's changed things. The landscape has just changed with 8 minutes to go. Aidan Sheridan from Highline Executive Travel is going to provide luxury chauffeur service to and from the golf for the winners. Mark and Gordon need to drive themselves. Normally, Kim, you're involved as well. You happy with that?
Oh, what kind is it? We getting a chauffeur and everything?
The hat on,
magnificent.
Yes.
Get those bids
So
up.
seriously, again, get the calculator out. That's your chauffeur travel to and from St Andrews. It's not just round the corner. You've got the actual green fees to play the Dukes, and then you've got the bit for charity, the company with these guys. So let's try and up that bid. You've got 7 minutes left to do so. 01415652468. What about the Battle of the Saints? David Friel, Stephen Robinson, we're talking about the Motherwell joy, the late winner last week. You just flip that, it's the St Mirren disappointment. They had been on a good run though, so how important is it that doesn't derail things?
Very important, I think. It was one of those games last week. I actually felt Motherwell probably deserved it at the end. Stephen Robinson probably disagreed. He felt there wasn't much in the game. They've had a really, really strange season. A lot of off the field stuff going on that we won't go into. On the field, there've been some good runs, some good results, but then they go and losing the last two again. I just don't think they've ever really found a rhythm or a stride. There's been a lot of disruption there. As I said earlier, this is a really tough game against St Johnstone, and everybody's trying to work out how St Johnstone are actually going to line up. Simo Valakari has been speaking, says that for all the attackers on, they can still be solid and compact, but time will tell on that. But I really like Valakari. Gordon, I think he's been a breath of fresh air. I like his approach. I like the fact he just wants to get attackers on the pitch, and this should make for an exciting game today because St Johnstone are clearly going to have a real go at St Mirren.
And of course, what about Easter Road then? Because Hibs against Ross County, and Fraser Hibs in a very interesting spot because they got the win, and then it was really about the missed chances at Celtic Park. Never has a team come away with a defeat like that with so much credit. So with due respect to Ross County, if you're a team of Hibs size and you have ambitions to move off the bottom portion of the table, you have to win games like this, don't you?
Yeah, it's unthinkable that Hibs will actually lose this game. I said earlier about Ross County's away record. Haven't won since September 2023 in the league, so everything's pointing towards a Hibs victory, and I do think they'll get it. But I was here 6 weeks ago when they played St Mirren and they were 2 down. They scored a late goal to give them a bit of hope, but the fans were turning on everything, every single missed pass, every refereeing decision, every throw-in that went awry, everything. The fans were turning, so you can see the same happening here if Ross County were to get the lead or it was a poor start to the game. But I think the Hibs fans are just willing David Gray to succeed. He's such a popular figure around here, and he's been given more leeway perhaps than a Lee Johnson or a Nick Montgomery would get, and rightly so, because he's given so much to this football club. But I win today and there'll at least be 9. If St Johnstone don't win, there'll actually be 8 Hibs, maybe just for 24 hours because likes of Kilmarnock and Hearts are playing tomorrow. But that's how tight it is, and that's how important this game is today. A win just changes the whole dynamic. It just means that the players are looking at the table, and for the first time in this season they'll be out of the bottom 2. So I think it's a big game for Hibs. I think they'll win by a couple of goals. I see a good day for Hibs here at Easter Road.
Really, really looking forward to it. Right, that's on the pitch. What about the Cash for Kids sports auction? Of course, the all-day prize is good. I think we're heading in the right direction, because I was getting a bit worried about that Celtic hospitality, because it's Director's Box for 2. It's a game against Aberdeen. Signed tops from Nicholas Kuhn and Alistair Johnson. I mean, they're worth a couple £100 each before you even get to the tickets. So we're heading in the right direction there. And we've got the Scotland Hospitality, the Rangers Be the Pundit. That's at $650. Scotland Hospitality at £4,000. The pressing issue for us right now is the following 3 prizes, because they close in about 3 minutes time. So let's get through these, let's improve these bids, because the golf has just changed. It is a game of golf for you and a partner up against Mark Wilson and Gordon Dalziel, the Duke's Course, St Andrews. That's already worth quite a few quid, and we've just had the addition of chauffeur driven travel. I have shown you pictures of the vehicle you will be travelling in. Luxury, a minibar, massage chairs. The only downside, I forgot to tell you, it's Hugh that's driving, right? And he's not got a licence. But apart from that,
oh, beautiful.
Honestly, that's a game changer. So get those bids in. It's at £1,200 just now, but what a day out you're going to have. Give us a shout in the next couple of minutes. The Partick Thistle Hospitality, I'm not saying it for dramatic effect, these are official figures. It costs £150 each to buy this, right? Hospitality for 6. So we should be starting the bids at £900. You then add in a signed first team home shirt, and of course we want to give a wee uplift for the charity. So you're actually getting a bargain. Ricky Scarf at £750. Let's up that in the next 2 or 3 minutes. And I'm heartbroken to say I've been outbid on the Andy Halliday strip. Daniel Marpelli from Marpelli Counselling and Psychotherapy, £300. Still time to move that in an upwards direction. You've got 2 minutes. 01415652468, and the kickoffs are coming next.
The fastest goals, the experts' opinions. This is Clyde One Super Scoreboard.
The 3 o'clock kickoffs are underway. We're looking forward to the Motherwell, Dundee United, St Johnstone, St Mirren and Hibs, Ross County as well. Of course, we're going to preview tomorrow's League Cup final, but we've got our Cash for Kids sports auction today. I'm going to bring you up to speed on the all-day prizes very soon, but the first lot of items bidding is now closed. They finished at 3 o'clock. We'll set some new prizes for you in a second, but in the 2 to 3 o'clock hour, Cassie, how did it end up?
Well, that was a lovely first hour because we get quite a lot of money in the pot. So beat the pundits at golf. So that was joining Mark Wilson and Gordon Dalziel for a 4-ball on the Duke's course at the Old Course. That came in at £2,000 from John Miller. Thank you very much for that. Round of applause.
Excellent, John. What day you're going to have?
You two need to deliver.
Well, especially because we're not driving now. It's going to be even better.
That's scary because I got a text this morning from a John Miller. I don't know if it was the same one.
They'll just text them back and ask.
Just ask the question.
I need to find out.
We're all friends, so just text them and see.
Great donation. Well done.
Partick Thistle Hospitality. So that's a hospitality for 6 at Partick Thistle in Alan Ruff's Lounge, plus a signed first team home shirt donated by Partick Thistle Football Club. It went to Kenneth Burns for £1,000.
Wow. And I'll tell you what, we missed an early goal for Park. And how's this? How is this to try and deliver on Cash for Kids Sports Auction Day? Because I'm wondering if it is the man. I thought it might have been. Let me just try and clarify that. No, it's not. Stand down. I thought it was Andy Halliday. It's Apostolos Stamatolopoulos. But Andy Halliday was there. And so anyway, the bidding's closed for his shirt anyway. What about the Partick Thistle Hospitality?
So that was Kenneth Burns, £1,000. Thank you very much,
Brilliant.
Kenneth. I think he's got an overseas number. Don't know if he's listening somewhere else. Also, Andy Halliday's shirt, as you just mentioned, donated by the man himself, went to Daniel Merpelli from Merpelli Counselling and Psychotherapy, and that went for £300. So you were outbid, Gordon.
I'm sure he'll get me another one if I ask kindly. Brilliant, honestly, so much. You're genuinely the kind of semi-serious bit, because we're obviously having fun and trying to keep it light, but you don't realise how much a difference that'll make to children that really need your help in Glasgow and the West and Ayrshire at this time of year, all throughout the year really, but particularly at Christmas. So that's fantastic. John Miller, enjoy your game of golf with Gordon and Mark. The way Gordon speaks to Mark on the golf course is worth £2,000 alone. Believe me.
I need a therapist
Absolutely
after it.
Terrorises him, even when they're on the same team.
Especially when we're on the same team.
Well, we've got a good journey getting up, haven't we? We're going in lecture.
I might not make the golf.
Big
straight arms.
Big straight arms.
Big straight arms.
Anyway, the Partick Thistle Hospitality, Kenneth Burns and Daniel Marpelli on the Andy Halliday shirt. Right, Cassie, between now and 4 o'clock, so 3 till 4 o'clock, we've got a couple of other. Oh, these are fantastic prizes. What have we got coming up?
Right, launching for this hour, I've got Andy Robertson framed Liverpool shirt and boots signed by Andy Robertson himself.
Shirt and boots?
Yes, donated by
Show me
Arnold
the money.
Clark through their work with Andy Robertson at AR26. That's a fantastic charity. I usually do their ladies' lunch. Also, hospitality for
Right,
2.
hold on, let's hover on that, because
What?
seriously, you don't need me to tell you. We are talking Scotland captain Andy Robertson. We're talking knocking on the door of the all-time caps record these days. We're talking Champions League winner, English Premier League winner. Are we looking at double English Premier League winner by the end of
Looks
this
like
season?
it.
Signed shirt and boots. That is worth an absolute fortune. So get your bids in. Sorry, Cassie, on you go.
That's okay. Hospitality for 2 at Ayr United Football Club includes a meet and greet with the manager Scott Brown. That's kindly donated by Ayr United Football Club as well. So
Mark Wilson, a bid for that.
I might fancy that.
Yeah.
I'll start you off.
Love Scott Brown.
it includes a little meet and greet as well with Scott Brown himself prior to the match. 3-course meal, drinks and arrival. If you arrive 2.5 hours before kick-off, I'm sure you get some drinks in there as well. Seats in the North Stand and a match of your choosing during the 24-25 season.
Right.
So that one's going to be open too. I'll give you the number in just a sec. Also, lot number 9, we've got 2 tickets, an exclusive continental lounge, including an opportunity to meet some of the stars from the coaching staff and the first team for Kilmarnock Football Club. So that's for Kilmarnock FC.
Brilliant. Right, let's get the bids in for them, because these ones close at 4 o'clock, so you have to be quick. And seriously, you don't even need to try and exaggerate this one. Signed boots and shirt by Andy Robertson, Scotland captain, Champions League winner, English Premier League winner, possibly going to win the English Premier League again. They're worth an absolute fortune. just before Christmas as well, and it's all for the children, so get your bids in. I love this next one. People of Ayrshire might be interested, because either you're an Ayr United fan and that's right up your street, or maybe you're a Celtic fan and you want to just get a wee meet and greet with Scott Brown and go and take in the hospitality at Ayr United. So the options there are endless. And you Kilmarnock fans, you don't want to be outdone by the Ayr fans, do you? Come on, you need to dig deep. You can't have the Ayr prize going for more than the Kilmarnock prize. So get your bids in there. 2 tickets in the Continental Lounge, and you'll get to pick the brains of some of their first team staff as well. So Cassie, the number for this hour is...
It's 0141 565 2468. 0141 565 2468. The team are ready and waiting.
Okay, right, we've got a penalty. We've got all sorts happening. Right, we've got a goal. We've got a Dundee United penalty. What a start to the game. It was Liam Gordon on Louis Moult, of all people. Nick Walsh, the referee, went to the monitor. We've got a goal for Ross County. They're leading at Hibs. I mean, my goal flash button is here, but I'm so busy with the Cash for Kids sports auction. But what a start we've had on the pitch as well.
Fraser said he thought that Hibs would win by a couple of goals there, so Fraser's under pressure right away. But for David Gray, my goodness, I mean, you cannot keep forgiving him for things that do not happen for Hibs. So a home defeat to Ross County could have very serious repercussions for David Gray.
The goal given for Ross County, so they lead Hibs by 1-0. Kevin Holt, remember he scored a penalty and missed one in the same game, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
So he's going to take it for Dundee United. What a start to the game. Nick Walsh, there's been a bit of a drama there, because obviously the Motherwell fans disagree. Nick Walsh only willing to speak to Lennon Miller because he's the captain, so they're just trying to sort out all the usual issues that go on.
Who took Dundee United's penalty, did you say?
Kevin Holt, remember he scored
last week.
one and missed one.
Yeah,
he went the same way twice. Will he change it up?
Well, he must change it. He'll score.
Flashes with M&D Green Pharmacy.
What a start to the game. 6.5, 7 minutes gone. He sent Aston Oxborough the wrong way, and it's Motherwell 1, Dundee United 1. What a game.
Do you know what? We spoke about Stuart Kettlewell an awful lot, about his story, climbing the league in spite of the fans who want him out. There is another managerial rehabilitation story at Fir Park, and it's Jim Goodwin, because Jim Goodwin's managerial career hit rock bottom when he was Aberdeen's manager and lost to Darvel in the Scottish Cup, then went to Hibs, lost 6-0, and everyone saw those television pictures of Jim Goodwin leaving by the side door at Easter Road that day. He's come back at another big club in Dundee United, and he won them promotion, and he's got them into the top 4. So there's more than one managerial rehabilitation story going on at Fir Park today.
Yeah, great game, really great game. Can I just add even more busyness to the day, because it is really worth knowing. I've only got so many hours in the day to bring attention to the Cash for Kids sports auction on air, but here's something for you. Head over to Clyde1.com/auction. Take a wee look at that. Clyde1.com/auction. There are loads of silent auction prizes on there, and some of them are brilliant. We just didn't have the airtime to read them all out, so seriously, you might get yourselves an absolute gem on there. Go to Clyde1.com/auction and take a look at the silent auction. But the football's up and running nicely, isn't it?
It certainly is, and it's certainly exciting at Fir Park this afternoon. About 8-9 minutes on the clock, and we've got 2 goals in already. We've got goals at Easter Road. St Johnstone St Mirren surely will bring us goals as well. I think we'll get a lot of goals this afternoon. I think the boys will be busy. You are very busy with Cash for Kids, and I think you'll be very busy with that button.
Just a quick correction. It was Sam Dolby, the reigning player of the month, that took the penalty, not Kevin Holt. It was Sam Dolby that took it. He actually put it down the middle.
So Kevin Holt, he's been whipped off them since he missed.
I'm just looking at the silent auction. There's one here for Mark Wilson.
Well,
Loch Lomond speedboat trip for 2.
No, I've done it all.
I had my previous there.
I had my days in my speedboat on the loch, and it didn't end well. Ended with a hole in the boat.
It's still up in the loch.
It's at the bottom of the loch. That's some great prizes.
Hugh, pick a couple off that silent auction for me, because they're absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, let me get back to it.
I can pick one. I see one right down the bottom.
What are you going for?
The hair transplant.
Is it a hair transplant?
Yeah, dominated by Merchant City Medical Group. I'll be there the same day. We can have coffee and we can sit next to each other.
A meet and greet, getting your hair done, and then compare
with the
who's the baldest at the 2 years.
If you're going golfing with Mark Wilson and Gordon Dalziel, you might as well have their boots as well. Adidas Predator football boots signed by Mark Wilson and Gordon Dalziel on the silent auction.
That's just what you want.
I'll tell you a cracker I've just clocked. I signed a John McGinn Scotland top.
Seriously?
We've got
on
John
the silent
McGinn.
Auction.
Yes.
Super John McGinn.
We've got Super John McGinn.
By the way, seriously,
McGinn-iesta.
Don't fall into this trap of thinking that I'm not mentioning these because they're not good prizes. I just don't
It's
have
great
enough
prizes.
time. Go to that. Honestly, Clyde1.com/auction. There is loads on there. I'd signed John McGinn, Scotland strip, Aston Villa captain.
Yep. And there's
Super
also,
John McGinn. Come
there's
on.
also a framed Conor Barron signed Rangers shirt donated by Rangers themselves.
Might even score the winner tomorrow. It'll be worth a fortune.
Tell you what's about me. 7-night overnight stay.
Where's that?
7-night stay, Overton House. Yeah.
7 nights?
7 nights. For up to 10 people.
Goal flashes with M&D Green Pharmacy.
St Johnstone 0, St Mirren 1. It's a lovely move. It's Killian Phillips. He just slots it under Joshua Ray. Mandron with the assist. It's a nice run and a cool finish. In the Battle of the Saints, it is first blood Perth.
What did I tell you?
No,
We're going to get
Paisley,
plenty of goal.
Well, Stephen Robinson, he could do with the result. He's not got it yet. He's got a scoreline in his favour. But Simo Valakari got a good draw at Aberdeen last weekend, so it ain't over till it's over.
Bags of goals this weekend. Bags.
That's been a brilliant start.
I'm telling you, we're getting lots of goals.
Not good for your voice, Gordon.
Yeah.
The amount you're having to speak, goal flashes, auction prizes.
he was looking for 300.
To be honest, I switched on the radio midweek on Herjay, and I thought it was a new presenter that was on.
It was Andrew on Monday.
On Thursday.
I've had a rough week. I've been knocking back more Lemsips than I care to mention, and I thought I was coming out the right end of it, and then today started. But anyway, let's see how we get on. We'll soldier on. Not a real job, is it? The all-day prizes, don't forget, these are running till the end of the show, and they're fantastic. We need to do more on them though, right? So the Scotland Hospitality, it's for 4 people. It's at Hampden Park on the 23rd of March for Scotland against Greece. That's a massive playoff game, and it's a framed and signed Scotland first team shirt as well. There's a lot going on there. Jim from Labron Technical has bid £4,000. Let's see if we can get a little uplift on that. The Celtic Hospitality, let's break this down together. So 2 director's box tickets, good already, good start, for Celtic v Aberdeen. Excellent. Let's add even more money on, plus a signed top from Nicholas Kuhn. Is he going to be player of the year? And a signed top from Alistair Johnson. You're the ones that phone me and tell us he's going to be a future Celtic captain. So by my reckoning, the Alistair Johnson signed top is worth a few £100. The Nicholas Kuhn signed top is worth a few £100.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting them both, and you're getting the director's box tickets. So Steve Murphy's doing well, £1,800 for them. I think we can still do more, thank you to Steve. And definitely room for manoeuvre on the last of the all-day prizes. It's Rangers Be the Pundit. This is the great thing about days like this, is sometimes a kind of money can't buy element to it. So you get media passes at the fixture of your choice at Ibrox. It doesn't include Old Firm or European games, so it means you get access to the media lounge pre and post match, press conferences going on. You can mix it with, football brains like Gordon Dalziel might even be there, or various people will be kicking about, and you get a home top signed by the current squad. I mean, imagine they win tomorrow, and then you've got the signed top and it's worth a fortune, and you've got the passes to the game. That is a bargain at the moment. $650. Stuart Shaw from Cowell Building. I think we can do more. Come on. 0141 565 2468.
Silent auction, Fortnum and Mason's hamper. I've got one of those.
Up your street here.
Who gave you it?
I've got one of those.
Who gave you it?
Chris Sutton.
Explain.
He is big time.
At the time, I was ghostwriting Chris Sutton's column in the Daily Record, and then he.
So that nonsense was you.
With the immortal words, he said, "I'll take it from here, Hugh." And he started to write his own column, but at Christmas time, knock at the door, there's a man with a Fortnum and Mason's hamper sent by Chris Sutton. What a gentleman.
What was in it? Did you re-gift it, or did you?
Oh, you got to re-gift that, Hugh. Take the jam at it.
No.
You crackers.
I can assure you there was no jam in it.
Did you see, heard the story Chris Sutton told recently, that he said to Martin O'Neill when he was a player that if he ever saw him working in the media, he could hit him in the head with a shovel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Martin O'Neill said that.
No, Chris Sutton said, Martin, if you ever see me working in the media, you can hit me over the head with a shovel. And now he's one of the main men.
Yeah.
He's come a long way from you ghostwriting his column.
Well, he went over it and over it and over it, and then eventually he wrote more of it and more of it and more of it, and the immortal words were, I'll take it from here, Hugh.
So basically thought he was better than you at it.
But probably, yeah.
Was he Michael Caine in disguise then?
History.
Was
a bit Michael Caine.
Say again. A Muppets Christmas Carol.
Again.
I'll take it from here, Hugh.
That's Michael Caine. That's Michael Caine written all over it there.
What a week I've had talking about accents. Go to visit the grandkids in the West Highlands. Have you ever heard Rocking Around the Christmas Tree sung in Gaelic?
No would be the answer.
School concert, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, sung in Gaelic
Wow.
by the class.
Do you know the woman who originally sung that was
Brenda
13? 13 when she recorded that.
Yeah,
Brenda
What a
Lee.
voice.
Yeah,
Brenda Lee is one of my
13-year-old.
all-time favourites.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Brenda Lee is Minton never
And
seen.
it-
Hold on a minute. What other songs she sing?
She's got hundreds.
Is she?
Brenda Lee.
I'm
Massive
not familiar
star.
with her.
I've got her in my gym
Little Miss
playlist.
Dynamite. That was her title. Little Miss Dynamite.
Yeah, I've got her in my gym playlist.
Aye. On the treadmill listening to Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
Went to the top of the American charts with Rocking Around the Christmas Tree last year at the age of 79.
Because she's on TikTok
Yeah.
now. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, now she's 80.
Sure, it's
got
like
anything
you
else you
on the
want to tell us?
TikTok.
Oh, I'm a TikToker.
But what about the guy that wrote it? What else did he write, Mark
Oh,
Wilson?
let
Come
me
on,
think.
'cause you and I listen to the same podcast.
Don't expose us for
And
our
I can
knowledge.
tell. That's why he got excited. You ever heard the Rest is Entertainment
I
podcast?
knew you would know this.
Mark listens to it and he knows I do. And every time he tries to drop a little bit of knowledge, I know that's
He
where he got
exposes
it. So the
my
guy who
knowledge.
wrote Rocking Around
The Christmas Tree.
Hugh, you might
also-
know this. No?
Also, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
That's a belter.
Tell me his
That's
name.
a motto.
And A Holly Jolly Christmas.
Oh,
What a list Johnny Marks has got, eh?
Johnny Mark.
Well, how's he done that? Has he just sat down and thought, I'm going to just
Right, Christmas
corner
song.
Christmas songs here?
Yeah.
Must have.
He's wrote 3 belters there.
Oh, he's not half.
Would
He's
you
flying.
have got that if you hadn't listened to the podcast?
Obviously not.
100% I would have, because I'm right up my Christmas song knowledge.
I don't know even know who Johnny Marks is.
No.
The guy that wrote the 3 songs,
He
you would
opened-
have heard Rudolph the Red-Nosed
He
Reindeer.
opened a, he,
I was named after me, mate.
he opened a shop with his brother Spencer.
I love Boxing Day.
Christmas.
Brilliant.
It is that time of the year, though. We always slag you for this.
Yeah.
Your favourite Christmas song, everyone remembers from last year.
Johnny Mathis. When a child is born.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seriously, out of all the options, that's your favourite.
every time I listen to it brings a tear to my. I love it.
And why? Is there a story behind that?
Christmas. I just love it. I just think it's if you just sit there and put it on
Are
and
you
you've got a
particularly
nice.
religious?
No, not really. No, I just like Johnny Mathis, nice smooth voice, Christmas, lovely song, lovely lyrics. Can't beat it. Beautiful.
No. It reminds me of primary school. We did a school play and that was
There you
part
go.
of it.
Fabulous.
No, but I didn't bring a tear to anybody's eye.
It's emotional. What's your favourite one?
Christmas song. I would go Wham. Yeah.
That's a good
Wake
choice.
me up before you go.
Gets everybody in the dance
Wake
floor.
me up before you go.
No, that's Christmas. It's got to be, yeah.
That was
that's a
my
good choice.
favourite song.
Hugh.
Wake me up before you go.
Different reasons.
Well, I'd need to go traditional. I'd need to go.
Oh Holy Night.
Well, sung by Pavarotti. It has to be sung by
Okay.
Luciano Pavarotti, or else
You're for Clydebank, mate.
Shane
Old Devil.
McGowan. Shane McGowan, The Fairy Tale of New York.
Why not? An absolute classic. That's fine. This is Clyde One Super Scoreboard, by the way, just in case you're.
It's not much happening in the
You
games.
piping in with one, Gordon? Just
What's yours?
come on.
Ooh, I think Wham's not a bad shout. I can't take the same as you though.
Have you
can
had
I, really?
another? Yeah.
Step into Christmas. We go for that.
Oh, I'll be lonely this Christmas.
Oh, that's
Good
one
song.
for you.
Mud.
Yeah, I love that
I
one.
can imagine
I
you.
actually don't
Bit of
have a
mud
favourite.
on.
I like them all. I just put them all on.
You put on one of
repeat
those
playlist type things.
Yeah.
And just, yeah.
Do you do
not
that in the
fussy.
house?
In the car, mostly.
I think I just saved that to Christmas Eve.
I've had a couple of
too
Christmas cards through the doors. No, finna. Don't even open them. Yeah, I'm scared to open them because if I open them now, I feel guilty that I need to put one through their door. Do you know what I mean? Do you get that? Get the nosy neighbours that come sneaking about at night and you can hear the letterbox going, and then they go, I always give them about 5 minutes so I don't go off face to face with them.
Real festive cheering here on Cash for Kids Sports Auction Day, isn't it?
Brilliant when he has to go home and pass all his neighbours in the landing evening.
I bet you all the wee women are going every year. See that miserable guy there?
Right, we've got a problem on the Cash for Kids Sports Auction because it is 3:20 and there is not one single bid on the Andy Robertson framed Liverpool shirt and boots. I don't mean to be patronising here, but have you heard of Andy Robertson? He's the Scotland captain, for those who don't know. He has got more caps than almost everyone for the men's team. He is a Champions League winner, an English Premier League winner, and he might even win it again. And not only are we giving you the chance to get the signed shirt, it is the signed boots as well. I mean, seriously, that is worth a fortune for the young football fan in your life. Couple of weeks before Christmas, get those bids in. There is nothing been bid for that yet. 0141 565 2468. And even over and above how good a prize it is, we're doing this for Cash for Kids, so we're trying to make a difference to children that really need your help. And I do want to stress, I appreciate, I've listened to this show many years at this time, and I get that not everyone can do this and people want to try and take part, and it's difficult, and we're asking for hundreds of pounds at times on auction prizes. So I do get it, and I really I'm so appreciative of your generosity. But if we can just, those of you who can, if you can dig deep, Andy Robertson framed Liverpool shirt and boots, Hugh Keevins.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about one of the greats in terms of Scottish football. When he looks back in his career, my goodness, Scotland captain, possible record number of caps, Champions League winner, English Premier League winner, and he will win it this season because Arne Slot's got one hand on it already, I would say, given the progress of the tournament so far, and he will go down in history, Andy Robertson.
Oh, without doubt. I mean, you think of the boots alone, to have something like that as memorabilia, and how much they cost alone, but to have his boots along with his strip and signed. Yeah, Hugh's right. I think he's our greatest left back that we've had. I know we've had some good players over the years, but to achieve what he has in his career, fantastic.
Right, they're coming in now. I can see a bit of £400, and thank you very much. With respect, I think that just about might not cover the shirt, and then you've got the boots on top. So let's keep going. Let's really try and push that. What about the Battle of Ayrshire? Come on, you can't let your rival out, do you? You've got Jim Gemmell, who's bid £250 for the hospitality at Ayr United, but remember that comes with a meet and greet for Scott Brown. Let's count it up again: a 3-course meal and a drink on arrival for 2 people, right? What's that worth? Then consider the money can't buy element. The meet and greet with Scott Brown, we can do more than £250. But I do thank you, Gemmell Van Sales. Let's go way above that. It's a meet and greet with Scott Brown. You'd pay more than £250 for that alone before you get the meal.
The selfie with Bruni is worth £250. If you're a Celtic fan, just want to go to Somerset Park,
ask him about the time he nearly threw Hugh Keevins into Loch Lomond. And at the moment, Ayr United fans, you're also being outdone by the same guy. Never mind. Jim's obviously
he's
cornering the Ayrshire market. Jim has bid 300 for the Kilmarnocks. Jim, the Ayr prize includes a meet and greet with Scott Brown. Let's get the cash prize up for that.
Let me tell you, in terms of a laxative, Bruni threatening to put you in Loch Lomond, it really works, let me tell you.
And listen, how good is this for timing? Because you can just add a bit of spice. You could have bid for this on the day that Andy Robertson got sent off for Liverpool because he's just been sick.
He's an absolute liability.
There you go.
Oh wow.
He's sitting in the dressing room and listening to see who's bidding.
The boots, the shirt, and his red card.
Brilliant.
Oh, red card, throw that in as well.
Yeah.
A shocker. What's their score? Actually, how are they doing?
They're playing Fulham, aren't they?
Fulham
at home. 0-0, I think.
Andy Robertson sent off. How did they manage to do that?
You get a red card here. It's quite simple.
By the way, they're booing at Easter Road because Ross County are leading and deserving to lead and dominating and having chances.
Because last week Hibs We all seen it. Hibs were decent at Celtic Park and created chance after chance, looked dangerous, okay, a bit fragile at the back, and then as soon as they go to Easter Road, it's almost like they can't deal with the pressure of their own support.
Yeah, well, that's because the pressure is mounting week upon week. You can't say, oh, they'll be fine. We're getting towards the halfway stage in the season and they're bottom of the league, and they're currently losing at home to a team who haven't won an away fixture in 16 months.
And they need a big turnaround because their fixtures don't get any easier. They go to Pittodrie next week.
Yeah. They've got the Edinburgh Derby to come.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that Hearts are rotten as well, but who's least
The
rotten?
Edinburgh Derby is at Tynecastle, am I correct in saying that, Hugh?
I think so.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what, I think they're lucky they got the result against Motherwell a couple of weeks ago at Fir Park. And I agree with Mark. I looked at them at Celtic Park and I thought times they were excellent, really upset Celtic in certain periods of the game. But you cannot go to Easter Road at home and be 1-0 down to Ross County. I'm sorry, you can't be doing that.
It's not as if we're conducting a witch hunt against David Gray here. We're simply pointing out that this cannot be allowed to continue. A slide of that nature cannot be allowed to continue, or Hibs will get relegated.
So the Andy Robertson prize is starting to tick now, thanks to Sean at SM Posting. We're up at £650. Genuinely, I know I'm obviously trying to do our bit to get more for the children, but I think once you're considering signed boots and signed top, I think it's over £1,000. I really think it's worth that. It's Andy Robertson. So let's see if we can push it up the way.
Beautifully
even
framed
though he's been
as
sent
well.
off today.
We've had a look at it. It's lovely the way it's presented. So ideal for any present or any games room. Did you have one of those in your big house in Manchester?
No, I didn't.
Tennis table,
Mark, I never,
strips.
in all my days in football, I've never kept anything to do with football. It's just not been my thing. I don't collect. No one of these people. I hate these people, right? And there's millions out there, and they've earned so much. Fine. You get into their house, and the first thing they want to show you is a room where they've got their sort of pictures and a pair of boots and a ball and a trophy and.
Who are you talking about? Name names here.
Honestly, I just. Come on, you don't walk into somebody's house for Asda and you see a trolley, a basket, an Asda bag. You don't see that, do you? You know what I mean? Oh, a yellow sticker on a loaf sitting in the corner. Loaf. I never kill it. Erin and I was very fortunate, and I didn't win great amounts of things, but anything I won, I just away.
Discarded it.
Good save, Aston Oxborough to deny Sam Dolby's header.
So don't expect any Gordon Dalziel stuff in the auction anytime soon.
Fake.
Or any old medals.
17 minutes Andy Robertson lasted. 17 minutes. I've got to see what
they're losing 1-0 at home to Fulham.
Yeah,
they're losing, are they?
But still, listen, it's a great prize, so let's do more than the 650. It's a signed shirt and signed boots. It's Andy Robertson, Champions League winner, Premier League winner.
Much of the boots alone. I bet the boots are a right few quid.
Exactly. So
without the signature.
Let's do this. And I think I'm worried that it's been lost in translation here, because I do, again, thank you to Jim Gemmell, 250 quid for the 3-course meal, the drinks on arrival, the hospitality, the tickets to the Ayr United game of your choice. That to me is the 250 quid. That covers that off.
Yeah.
What about your meet and greet with Scott Brown that's thrown in as well? That 250 needs to go up the way. Come on. 01415652468. Let's get a bit more out of that. And 300 for the Killie hospitality tickets there as well.
Thing about that, the meet and greet sort of stuff, the people will be used to seeing the Scott Brown on camera, interviewed, having to toe the line and say the right thing. Behind the scenes it's slightly different when you get up close and personal, so you get to see a different side to these guys. And Bruni and his company, always good fun, so you have a good time there. How much that bid?
he's got that to me phone upstairs.
Stick you down for 300.
Oh yeah. Oh mate,
remember me, Scott?
Bruni.
Get the
I keep saying that, embarrassing.
Get the bids in, please. It's for Cash for Kids. And don't forget to check out Clyde1.com/auction. I'll get Cassie in the very near future to give us the next update, because I can see some things are changing. It's died down a bit at Fir Park, Gordon. Was that inevitable given the start?
Yeah, it was a great start, I've got to say. But what I'm hearing from some of my friends on the phone saying it's not a bad game. They're really, really enjoying it.
You've been taking calls while we are trying to do the auction.
The lads are texting me, so I always keep an eye on Motherwell games, and they're saying it's chances at either end, Gordon. So it's not really died down too much. It's just died down because you've not pressed that button with more goals.
Yeah,
but I think we'll get it.
Just dragged one past the post as well. So
yeah,
Motherwell trying to come back in after Sam Dolby had almost put United ahead at the other end. Airdrie 0, Morton 1, Cameron Blues. Will Airdrie ever win another football match again?
Doesn't look like it.
It's incredible how they've just fallen from grace, isn't it?
Oh, by the way, we've had a change for the all-day prizes. Let's see if this changes your thinking. Remember, Scotland Hospitality for 4 people, Hampden Park. It's the Greece playoff game. It's a massive match and a signed Scotland first team strip. And our pals are back on again. Highline Executive Travel. They're throwing in transport, so you don't even need to worry.
Hold on, make sure we get the best transport first.
Well, it's a different day, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You don't even need to worry about how you're getting there, so let's up that. Labron Technical Gym, thank you very much, $4,000, but I think we can do more. These are our all day prizes, and let's keep them going between now and the end of the show.
That is good, because that's worthwhile. Getting to and from
Can
Hampden
it be that?
can be difficult, as we will experience tomorrow.
It's the
But
best
if you've
feeling.
got our transport there for you.
The best feeling to know that you can enjoy your post-match hospitality and just walk down the stairs and there's your limo.
Yeah, but
You're like that.
it's
Every gig you go to.
Is that any different from you normally?
You've always got some sort of mode of transport laid on.
You're not called Lord Lift for nothing.
Mooch, Lord Mooch.
A nice move from Motherwell, and possibly should have gone in front. Apostolos Stamatolopoulos fires wide.
Well, it really does sound like an end-to-end entertaining match. Good.
Elgin 1, Stirling Albion 0. Have you noticed something, by the way? Because we're so busy, well, I'll leave it up to you to decide. There are no first half teasers today or second half teasers.
Too busy.
Some of you think it's because we're too busy. Other people who've been on social media will know there's been a scandal in Teaserville. If you head over to our social channels, Instagram and the likes, you will see Gordon Dalziel's Christmas confession this year is revealing how he always gets the answer to the teaser. If you were daft enough to think that he just had the knowledge, and I must admit, I fell for it myself. I thought he just had a real knack for it. He's revealed. I won't even spoil it on air. Just go and check the video out on Instagram. I'm heartbroken. I'm disappointed. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed in you.
I'm heartbroken. I've confessed. In all my life, I've never really confessed too much.
It involves taking advantage of an old age pension.
Hugh, I need to tell you, right, the best one was going to be Tuesday. I'm on Tuesday with Gordon, Cammy Bell, and I'm sitting there praying that I get beat the pundit, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm getting a 10. Do you know why? You know how we got our packs before we get?
Yeah.
I got my pack off producer John, who's right on the butt. You know, you can't get in by him. We get in, we sit down, I open my pack up. I've got the full beat the pundit answers. Right.
A dream come true.
So I am not letting on. Let me tell you now. I am memorising every question that's come out there, and I'm thinking, please let it be me. But unfortunately,
but no, I'm disappointed in you. I mean, it's true what you say. I remember, I won't tell the context, but I remember that's true. Once you told me that your motto for life is deny. Never face the truth. You once told me that.
I've denied myself. You know what I mean? I've been I've turned round sometimes when, have you seen Daz?
Halliday head knock. He's down. He's down. Head knock.
He's got plenty of padding with that.
No, as long as it's not the top of the head.
Oh, we've got another goal at Fir Park. Who is it though? Who is it going to be for?
Goal flashes with M&D Green Pharmacy.
The delay for the head knock can't have been too long, because Motherwell have taken the lead, and it is Andy Halliday on Cash for Kids Sports Auction Day, when we've already auctioned off his strip, which doesn't really help. But there he is, Andy Halliday, scoring goals in claret and amber. Brilliant, putting Motherwell 2-1 in front.
Oh, great. We should have put, and if he scores any goals today, extra £50.
Another zero in the end.
Every goalie. Brilliant for Andy. I told you, I was getting texts there from my mates that are sitting in Fir Park saying, really enjoying this game, end to end. Good attacking football. Brilliant. Well done, Andy. Great goal, son.
Did they apologise to Dundee United fans?
He didn't celebrate.
I don't. Yeah, he didn't. It was quite low key. Ayr United won, Falkirk won. Producer John won't be happy. Ben Wilson, Connor McLennan has equalised. Ben Wilson has also equalised for Airdrie. Maybe Airdrie are finally going to get a result. I know why Halliday's fired up.
Why?
What always fires players
up?
I'll tell you.
What
always fires them
the
up?
best feeling in the world
at this time of year.
Get the game finished, get a shower, down to the airport on the Parathon budgie, away to a different country for a Christmas night out.
Is that tonight? Is it?
Has he? I know he does various media. Has he revealed publicly where it is? I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, just in case that they're trying to keep it quiet.
Yes.
But if someone's aware of this, if he's mentioned it on his podcast or whatever, then fine. And
no, I know where it is. It's outrageous.
It's quite adventurous for a mother.
I hope they get a few quid in their pocket, because the players fine each other in the dressing room from the start of the season, and that kitty goes to a little kitty when you're away. They have to raise a lot of money.
Stephen O'Donnell's admission when he was on here, he got fined.
What for? Because
he went on TV to cover the Kilmarnock game whilst a Motherwell player, and referred to Kilmarnock as a wee.
Oh, by the way, I should have been a club fine. No, in dressing room fine. That you cannot be doing that.
So there we go.
Falkirk 2-1 up.
Producer John's happy. Alfredo Aguiman with the goal in 36 minutes. Don't let that put you off the Scott Brown meet and greet, though. I have to say, we're going to get Cassie to give us an update in just a second, so we're looking forward to finding out how it's all sitting. But it's been a...
Is it cold in Copenhagen just now? Because I was going to go there for a couple of days shopping.
Behave yourself, please. Right.
Is that where they're going?
Shh. I'll keep my secret.
Okay.
Listen, if Rangers win that, if Andy Halliday's just scored, if that turns out to be the winner, if Rangers win that cup tomorrow, he'll be back for Monday. He will fly home early. I have absolutely no doubt about it. Right, Cassie, will we do the all day prizes? Let's take a wee look at them, because we've not done them in a while. Are you happy with that?
Yes, I can
we take a wee look and see how they're sitting?
So, Scotland hospitality. You got hospitality for 4. Calm down, guys. Stop carrying on, right? We're at the serious part now.
Sorry.
Hospitality for 4 at Hampden Park on Sunday 23rd of March next year for Scotland versus Greece, plus a framed and signed Scotland first team shirt, and that currently is sitting at £4,000 from Jim. That was put in well over an hour ago now from Labron Technical, so thank you very much, Jim. Very high bid there, so you never know though, something else might come in. Celtic hospitality, 2 directors box tickets for this one for Celtic and Aberdeen. That is currently going to Steve Murphy at £1,800, but if you think you want to throw another £100 onto that pile to make it £1,900, we'll take it happily.
Just go 2,000. It's not a round number though.
No, but give it. That's how it works, Gordon.
Just go up to 2,000.
If somebody wants to come in with 1,900, then we'll take that too.
Okay.
Right. Also got Rangers Be the Pundit. So is that Be the Pundit or Beat the Pundit like you guys have?
It's
so
a play on words.
No, I understand. Okay, well, tell me how it works. 2 Rangers media passes at a fixture of your choice, and right now Joe Stewart has got that £850 from qualifier. So I am hoping that we get more money in that one, because that would be nice.
Yeah, that's a good one, that, because again, you're always looking for that sort of money can't buy element. This, so media passes, you never get the chance to do that. You can what a view you get, Ibrox, I have to say, just because of the way it's laid out in the gantry across. It's a sensational view. So it's any fixture apart from Celtic or European games, and you get into the media lounge before the game, after the game. You're quite well looked after, get the chance to keep a wee eye on the press conferences and stuff like that. And it's a signed top as well, isn't it, Cassie?
Yes.
So listen,
does that mean that they get to ask questions at the end of the match?
Let's not keep.
Just shout something.
Nah, let's not.
You would have to, wouldn't you?
Let's not give promises that we can't keep. So Joe Stewart at qualifier, thank you, 850. Let's see if we can squeeze more. I think I know a Steve Murphy. I wonder if it's him on the Celtic strip, or if there's hospitality, or if there's something else. Right, Cassie, how are we faring? Because we've got 20 minutes left.
Yes.
On the following 3 items.
Right,
take it away.
Let's get right into these. Andy Robertson framed Liverpool shirt and boots, signed by the man himself, donated by Arnold Clark, through the work that Andy Robertson does with his charity AR26. So he's already giving to charity and he's giving back, so we want to try and get a really good bid in this one. Right now Martin Clooney has got up to £1,100 for that one. Hospitality for 2 at Ayr United Football Club includes a meet and greet with the manager Scott Brown, kindly donated by the team, and it also includes the opportunity to meet the head coach. You get the 3-course meal as well, drink on arrival, match of your choosing as well during the season, and that is currently sitting at $250 from Jim Gemmell. I mean, we could get that up.
Cassie, and
that's
okay,
not on.
I need to put my foot down on that one, because seriously, I keep saying it, but in case you're just joining us, a 3-course meal, a drink on arrival, so hospitality, tickets to the game, that's worth £250. Then you add on the meet and greet with Scott Brown. It is worth way more than this £250. Just imagine, right? It's a game like today, Ayr United against the league leaders Falkirk. There's only 40 minutes gone and you've seen 5 goals. Ayr 3, Falkirk 2. That prize, and I do thank Jim Gemmell, but the meal and the drinks and the ticket themselves are worth $250. Then add on the meet and greet with Scott Brown.
But it's not only that. You arrive 2.5 hours before kick-off. Think of the amount of rubbish you could chat to people that are in that lounge.
Right, I'll get down off.
Don't usually speak
I'll
to.
get off my high horse for now. Oh, let me tell you about this, Cassie, before we go
Yes.
on. I'm sure you'll be buzzing to hear this. Not as buzzing, however, as me.
Goal flashes with M&D Green Pharmacy.
Motherwell 3, Dundee United 1, and it's Apostolos Stamatolopoulos who gets his second either side of an Andy Halliday goal. That Christmas night out tonight's looking good if they can just keep this up. Motherwell 3, Dundee United 1. Falkirk are down to 10 men. Producer John in the lead. They trail 3-2 against Ayr. Sorry, Cassie, the third prize this hour.
Third prize this hour, so still got how long left? About
15 minutes.
About 15 minutes. 2 tickets in the exclusive Continental Lounge, including an opportunity to meet some of the stars from the coaching staff and the first team at Kilmarnock Football Club. So that has been donated by them, and also is going to be a VIP guest of the club, going to meet some of the first team stars. It looks good as well. That one looks really good. That's Jim Gemmell that is also bidding for that at £300. Right now, Jim is in the running to get 2 of these for quite a decent price.
Jim's the king of Ayrshire.
Right, Jim, I'd love you to have them, but I'd also like to make more money for Cash for Kids.
Yeah, I'm getting annoyed at this. I'm getting annoyed at the Scott Brown one. I'm serious. This is not about getting a bargain. This is about giving money to the children. The meal and the tickets themselves are worth £250, so we need to add more to justify the meet and greet with Scott Brown. Get your bids in. And Cassie, so 15 minutes left on them. What's the number?
0141 565 2468. All the Cash for Kids girls are upstairs. I'm up with them. We're all having an absolute blast, but we need the phones going. 0141 565 2468.
How's the pizza? Big shout out to Clydebank
Domino's
Domino's for providing the goods.
I know, but then do you know what? Then I think the minute I have a slice, I'm like, the calories, man. But anyways,
Christmas.
calories. Yeah, but it's apparently it's the highest in fast food. I read about it.
Oh,
And that's it. You just shoot down the people.
No, I love you guys.
a low
and,
carb pizza's coming our way.
Listen, am I complaining? Am I still eating it? Yes, I'm still having slice upon slice.
I knew this would happen today because it often does in Cash for Kids, so I was clever about this. I had a yoghurt and a banana on my way in to make room to justify the pizza that was going to follow.
I forgot about it. I went
These
early.
things-
I had
You're
my
fasting.
lunch.
I'm going to eat
No,
all
I
this
had my
pizza.
lunch.
Are you looking after your figure?
He's fasting at the moment.
Fasting.
Yeah, because I'm getting obviously my face, my hair done.
You've
So
obviously said to him, if we're doing that face, you need to lose a bit of weight.
I want the body to go
match.
with it.
I can be all over the place. You better mismatch.
You just be
Look at all of
careful.
it.
You just be careful. Because I'm quite witty when I get started.
Oh, that's salty.
Let's get it straightened after once and for all.
Yeah, let's leave. I'm putting Cassie's mic off just in case. Thank you to Cassie. We'll have another update very soon, but only 15 minutes left. Seriously, I think now people are doing this to test me, Hugh, on the Scott Brown prize.
Well, let's hope that the next 15 minutes prove to be educational for them. Scott Brown, we're talking about players who will go down in history. Scott Brown, what a career at Celtic, and in terms of the Celtic supporters, he would be in the legendary status. So if you're a Celtic fan, don't need to be an Ayr United fan. If you just fancy a nice day out at Somerset Park and you get to meet the man and go over some of those experiences that he's had, what a prize for you.
I can see it starts with a 5 now. Thank you. You've done your bit. Oh, that's been taken away. Oh, you've got me in suspense here. I think the bid is about to go up. I can see lots happening in that auction room.
The bid's for Eddie Hearn to put me and Bruni in a room.
I wouldn't fancy your chances here.
No, none of that.
I would like to see that, I have to say.
I would get a sick note.
Especially Martin's corner.
Rubbing his shoulders
with a towel. Come on, Bruni, come on.
At least it's his shoulders. Anyway, 01415652468 is the number you need, and we're about to get half-time reports from the guys as well. I genuinely forgot
I forgot
we were
about football
to do
here.
half-time.
Are we still in the same Motherwell 3, Dundee United 1?
Yeah.
Still 1-0 at Easter Road,
Yeah,
and
that's a worry,
1-0
isn't it?
at McDermott.
It's a bit of a going over for Dundee United first half.
Been an open game though. I think you can maybe. I don't think it's done, Mark, is it?
I wouldn't suspect.
Can you see
that.
Motherwell throwing away a 3-1 in the
Yes.
We're
second?
very, very
Yes.
generous.
I know they've been, but I just think that everything's there for them today. They'll be excited going away. You want to win the game, you want to go away in a high. They've got off to a great start. They're playing some good football. I think there's still more goals, but I think Motherwell will win this game this afternoon. I
Tell
really
you
do.
what, the name of the guy that's just gone in the lead for the Scott Brown Ayr United package, Marco Dario Ferrari. What a name that is.
Look, see if he pips up now, Ferrari.
What a name that is, honestly.
Yeah.
Love it. Right, there we
Yeah,
go.
I know Marco.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Mark Wilson gets about it.
What does he drive?
Ferrari packaging, yeah,
A
I
Mini?
know. Yeah, good business. Does it work for charity?
Come on.
Does he drive a Mini?
Does he package stuff for you regularly?
No, but he's came across him time to time.
What sort of business types? Because
Packaging.
Oh,
by the way, this guy's moving house. That's why he's trying to ask.
everybody just listening out there, anybody can help. I'm moving house 31st of
You're
January.
leaving the flat?
I'm leaving the flat.
Wow, if those walls could talk.
By the way,
a deep clean.
I should have
team
put
in
my
there.
recliner in for Catch for Kids. It'd have made a
We could
fortune.
add that.
Not a right
Mate.
charity, I
Take it
don't
to the
think.
new house.
No, it's getting in the bin. Oh,
Please,
can't
let's
take
do
that
it.
to a new house.
Please, let's put that in the auction.
No.
You're going to have to put petrol on that and set that alight because
that's been in fire a few times.
rancid.
That's been in fire, let me tell you.
Okay.
I would love to see the bids we would get for that. You know, like Hugh, when they auction off all the real showbiz memorabilia, like whatever, the Back to the Future car or Marilyn Monroe's dress or whatever.
Wouldn't there be a patch in this thing?
E.T.'s bike.
Well,
You could
that's
go
his
straight
nickname.
that. That'd be a good book to go straight.
Okay, that's plenty. That's absolutely plenty. If you don't mind. Surely
Good luck with a house move.
Surely we're
for
going to
people
get
listening.
a half time.
The one I want to hear at half time is Fraser.
Right, can I take credit for this? We don't often read out Lowland League scores, but I try and dip in every now and then. And I've said before, my brother-in-law Jack plays for East Kilbride. I've said that many times. This morning, because I quite often I'll FaceTime my sister in the morning and I'll speak. They've got a wee baby and I have the usual. But this morning she said FaceTime Jack, speak to him instead. She's doing whatever. So I FaceTimed him and I thought we'll just give him just a wee few words of wisdom for the game, because they want to hear from me. Do you know what I mean? Just a bit of advice on how to go about his business today. He's now scored 4 times as East Kilbride. They're 4-0 up against Berwick. So I'm taking all the credit for that. Every last bit of it.
So you should.
Not
Great
the
advice. What did you say to him?
Not the year I spent with you two at Airdrie. No chance.
I was going to say you're missing a bit out there, but well done.
Unless you're careful, you'll get the Hibs job.
What was the advice? Shoot.
Right.
See, just died.
Hold on a minute. Did you FaceTime his brother Robbie and tell him the same advice?
How's he getting beat at
No,
Clyde?
I'm just asking.
No.
I don't know.
I did not, but there we go. East Kilbride in a good position. Half time, Ayr 3, Falkirk 2, Dumbarton 1, Annan 2, Inverness 0 are both 0. So the half time whistles are starting to go. There was 4 added in Roger Hanna's game, so we'll get to him in a moment or two.
We hear Fraser above the booing at Easter Road.
Yeah, hopefully. You've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes on the Andy Robertson stuff, the Ayr United stuff, the Kilmarnock stuff, so please be quick. I think we can up the ante there. We're going to get half-time report before in fact, half-time now. David Friel in Perth.
Half time, St Johnstone 0, St Mirren 1. I gave it the big build up, spoke about St Johnstone playing 4 strikers, but they've posed very little threat. This has been a game of few chances, to be honest with you. Gordon, St Mirren made the most of their best one. Killian Phillips broke through to finish off a really nice team move and put them ahead. Adama Sidibe, he's playing as a focal point of attack. He had the first effort of the game for St Johnstone's low shot lacked power from a tight angle. Then in 10 minutes came that St Mirren goal. Really nice move down the left, ball fired into Mikael Mandron. He split the defence with a great pass. Phillips made it terrific run, stayed calm and finished under Josh Ray. There was a quick VAR check for offside, but Lewis Nielsen had played him onside. It's mostly been a midfield battle since then. St Mirren really tidy on the ball. St Johnstone are trying to use the pace of their strikers, but St Mirren have defended well, and Mandron had a low shot saved just before the break. So it's fair to say Stephen Robertson will be the happier of the two managers at half-time. Half-time, St Johnstone 0, St Mirren 1.
There we go. I think he will be the happier, Hugh, by the sounds of things.
And why not? It would be a great 3 points away from home for St Mirren. They've had an in and out season. They're still bottom 6. Chances to re-enter the top 6 if they can hold on to that. But Simo Valakari, one thing he's instilled in St Johnstone is a bit of fight. And Aberdeen found that out to their cost last weekend at Batodry. So, yep, St Mirren are in front now, but nothing guaranteed yet.
Yeah, it's a hard place to go. Always so. Stephen Robinson will be delighted with that. But I'm with you. I don't think it's quite over yet. They do carry a threat at the top end of the pitch now, St Johnstone. So I think there'll still be goals in that one. Second period.
There was a VAR check for a Motherwell penalty there, but it didn't get given in the end. Let's go, Roger Hannah. What a game you've witnessed, Roger.
Just a cup of tea, Willie. Milk.
Did you listen to this guy? An absolute chance of getting his tea order in before he gives us his half-time report. I hope Willie gets your tea with your milk, Roger. Now tell us what happened in the first half.
Priorities. It's Christmas, Gordon. You've got to get your order in early. Motherwell 3, Dundee United 1. Your boys have done their business very early as well. They were ahead inside a minute. Terrific work down the right hand side by the recalled Marvin Caleta. His first cross was actually knocked back out to him. He put it in again, and there was Apostolos Stamatolopoulos in net from close range. It looked a great start for Motherwell, and then suddenly they were rocked back in 7 minutes. Liam Gordon challenging former Motherwell man Louis Moult in the box. Play raged on. It did look like a penalty kick, I have to say. Greg Aiken, the VAR official, then sent referee Nick Walsh to the screen. He had a look. Spot kick right and off, and there was Sam Dalby, the top scorer for United, to knock the penalty past Aston Oxborough for 1-1. Motherwell wanted a penalty the other end, and Harry Payton went down in the box after a lovely exchange of passes with Andy Halliday, but referee Walsh not going for that at all. Caleta was in down, took long treatment for a nasty head knock. When play got back up, he needed goalkeeper.
Where's Roger Hannah gone? It was all sounding so good so far. Certainly Motherwell in control. We'll try and get back to Roger in just a second. Surely half time for Fraser, although I wouldn't be surprised if all the technological drama that can be out there sometimes does you in at Easter Road as well. But we will have a bash at it in just a second whilst we check in on Roger Hannah to see where he is at. Fraser Wishart had 3 minutes to go. I tell you what, there must have been a bit of a delay there at Easter Road though, because we're still not at the half-time break yet. Motherwell will be absolutely delighted though, Hugh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, for Dundee United to survive a VAR check for a penalty which might have put Motherwell 4-1 up.
Roger, are you back with us? Can you hear us?
Yes, and by the way, I don't know what happened at all. They just seemed to drift away. Gordon was just saying Andy Halliday putting Motherwell 2-1 up in 33 minutes, and that became 3-1 5 minutes before the break. A lovely header by Apostolos Stamatolopoulos after Maswinisis stood up across from the right side of the box. I thought they should have had a penalty. She was saying in added time at the end of the half. It was a clumsy looking challenge by Lucas Stevenson just inside the United box. There was a VAR check by Greg Aiken, and surprisingly wave play on. I'm not too sure Stuart Kettlewell will be too upset with that when you see the scoreline. He should sit in the stand every week at the break. Motherwell 3, Dundee United 1.
We've just had a goal at Easter Road. This is like the latest finish to the first half of all time. I don't know why it's lasting so long, but here we go.
Goal flashes with M&D Green Pharmacy.
5 minutes into stoppage time, but that still doesn't explain why we're 10 minutes after 3:45. But there we are. Dwight Gale scored. Fraser Wishart's there.
Yeah, Dwight Gale did score 5 minutes into stoppage time. We kicked off late here. We ended up with 6 minutes of stoppage time. That's why the delay is at half time. It's Hibernian 1, Ross County 1, and I have to say there's still a few boos around this football ground because Hibs are very, very lucky to be on at level terms. In one of those days for them so far, the fans' anger has been clear throughout. They lost a goal in the third minute to Eli Campbell, but there was really no reaction from the players until Dwight Gale got his head on a ball just a minute or so ago to flick the ball into the back of the net. The opener came after in 2 minutes Alex Samuel's been excellent throughout, really strong. He held off the challenge of Ahora, got into the penalty box. His shot was brilliantly saved by Jordan Wright, but from the Harmon corner, Akil Wright, his header hit the post, and Eli Campbell, really clever finish. He was first to the rebound from a cute angle. He looped his header into the back of the net. Samuel then burst into the box. His left foot shot was deflected just wide. Hibs rocking early on, and the crowd very quiet. It took them 14 minutes to get even close to Jack Hamilton's goal. Nicky Cadden with a back post cross. Junior Hoyle, it looks like he's going to score. Excellent challenge by Eli Campbell to deny him the goal, but that led to Campbell going off injured later on in the half. Skipper Conor Randall then saw his shot deflected just wide. Nisbet had a 20-yard shot, brilliant save at full stretch again by Smith, who then kicked the ball away. Unusual save by the goalkeeper from that corner, and the boos were starting from Hibs fans 18 minutes in. They had a better spell, the Cadden twins involved. Nicky with a dangerous cross to the left. Chris kept the ball alive into the 6-yard box at the back post, scrambled away by Lopata, but Hamilton in this county goal still hadn't really had a save to make as we passed the half-hour mark. Alex Samuel's running and strength causing the back three, all sorts of problems. Bushiri forced to concede a corner that was then scrambled away before Joe Newell tried his luck from the corner of the box. He struck it well, but just an inch wide, and just as it looked as if Hibs were going to go in behind, really good work on the right-hand side from Junior Hoyle at an acute angle. He just lifted the ball into the 6-yard box. Good run by Dwight Gale across the front post, beyond the front post, and just a lovely looped, flicked header, and it just bounced into the back of the net to give Hibs what has to be said is an undeserved draw at half-time. Half-time at Easter Road, Hibernian 1, Ross County 1.
Right, you've got 3 minutes left. 3 minutes on the Andy Robertson signed shirt and boots. Martin Lee in the lead, £1,155. I was hammering the Ayr United prize, and I know it comes across as a bit aggressive maybe, but I make no apologies for it, because the 250's turned into 750. It's an extra £500 for children that need your help. That's why we do it. It's not trying to be unfair. So thanks to Marco Ferrari. Jim Gemmell still leading the Kilmarnock ones as well. You've got 3 minutes left. Quickly do it. 01415652468.
Clyde One Super Scoreboard Podcast with Lookers Audi. Looking to sell your Audi? Contact them today for a no obligation quotation.
Cappuccino for Kristen.
Oh, sorry mate, I've forgotten my card.
Alright, of course you have. 3rd time this week, just saying.
I'll get the next ones, promise.
No need.
Oh, thank you.
You can just send me £4.70 with your PayPal app. For your double shot oat milk skinny caramel latte with extra foam.
Oh, don't forget my sprinkles.
Don't just pay. PayPal.
A PayPal account is required to send and receive money.
Oh, hey, last-minute gifters. At TK Maxx, you can shop fashionably late with big brand gifts arriving right up to Christmas Eve. There's still loads in store, so whether you're shopping for your bestie, gran, or pooch, no, there's still time to spoil all your loved ones for less. Big gifts, small prices. In-store and online now at TK Maxx.
The Clyde One Super Scoreboard Podcast.
With Lookers Volvo. The full electric range is now available on Motability.
The team with the biggest support in Glasgow and the West. This is Clyde One Super Scoreboard.
Good games on a Saturday afternoon. Motherwell lead Dundee United by 3-1. St Johnstone 0, St Mirren 1, and Hibs 1, Ross County 1. But sorry, football fans, more importantly is our Cash for Kids sports auction. You've got your all-day prizes still going there, still ticking away. It's the Scotland Hospitality for 4. It's the Celtic Hospitality, plus the signed shirts from Coonan Schmeichel, isn't it? No, sorry, Coonan Alistair Johnston, and the Rangers Be the Pundit experience. They're all going all day. We've just finished our latest lot. Cassie, how did it end up? 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Take us through it.
I do not have that in front of me, Gordon, at the moment. I've only got the next lot, so I'll need
Don't
to
you
take
worry,
a look
I
at that.
can do
Have you
it.
got it?
I can do it for you then.
But producer John has come in to save the day. Oh, here he is.
Go for
right, here we go. Find it for me, John. This is how we've flung it together. Andy Robertson framed Liverpool shirt and boots signed by Andy Robertson, donated by Arnold Clark, and that was for their work with Andy Robertson in AR26. And that looks like it is going to Sean McConaughey. Is that right? Yeah, I think, yeah, from SM Posting at £1,215. Then we had the Ayr United package. So that includes the opportunity to meet the head coach, Scott Brown, prior to the match day, course meal, drink and arrivals. 2.5 hours before kick-off, seats to the North Stand, match of your choosing, and it was an anonymous bidder that ended up going for that one at 900. So
wow.
Came in, yeah.
There we go. See, there was a point in that half where I'm thinking, am I being unfair on people? Am I pressing too hard? We turned 250 into 900 for children that need our help, Cassie, so that's why we do it. Brilliant.
2 tickets for Kilmarnock Football Club in the exclusive Continental Lounge, including an opportunity to meet some of the stars from the coaching staff and the first team, and it went to Jim Gemmell at Gemmell Van Sales for £300.
Brilliant. Great generosity. Thank you so much. Really impressed with that. Right, go on then, Cassie. Oh, wow, look at some of these. Right, we've got 3. Do you want to do the 2 Celtic ones, and I'll explain the middle one, since it's our area of expertise.
Since it's all yours. Right, so the first one we've got is Celtic Hospitality with a signed Kasper Schmeichel top. So it's the 2 club Celtic tickets for Celtic and Motherwell on Thursday the 26th of December. Nice little Christmas present there, and a wee day out. So it's got the signed top as well, kindly donated by Andy McCartney at Base Hospitality Group. The next one, Gordon, do you want to take this from me, or would you rather you save that the best for last?
It's the Clyde One Super Scoreboard experience. You've got the chance to come in here, meet the guys, talk rubbish with them, sit in, watch the show, watch how it works, listen to the callers, see behind the scenes on the live stream, see Hugh Keevins' Nokia, see Gordon Dalziel's hair transplant if you take it up after a certain date as well. See everything there is to see behind the scenes here at Clyde One Super Scoreboard. You and a pal get your bids in. Money can't buy. Worth a fortune, I'm sure.
You'll even need to, you'll show them how to put it into a 4-second delay, so that if anybody swears, you can drop them pretty quick.
I think you'll find it's 8 seconds, Cassie.
I
said leave it to me, but never mind.
Right, and I've now got the signed Brendan Rodgers training top. So it's worn by the Celtic manager himself, which means he has not washed it. It is there and it is ready to go. It's been donated by Celtic Football Club, so we've got that on auction as well.
Seriously, Hugh, how much is a signed Brendan Rodgers training top going to be worth to Celtic fans? This is the guy who tomorrow could win his 10th trophy as a Celtic manager.
In which case, 20 Old Firm games, 1 defeat, 16 wins and 4 draws. So that's Brendan Rodgers for you, and he, in the eyes of the Celtic supporters, is an immortal.
Well, that's your incentive, Celtic fans. That's a great selection there between 4 and 5 o'clock, so you've got 55 minutes left. Let's get the bids in. So Celtic Hospitality for Celtic v Motherwell, and that's on Boxing Day, so a great wee day out, isn't it? Just after Christmas. I'm actually working at that game, so make sure you give us a wave if you win the bid. And it's a signed Kasper Schmeichel top. Think of the career this guy's had, Kasper Schmeichel, and I know you Celtic fans are loving his work. Lounge access, all that sort of stuff in there as well. So get your bids in for that. Super Scoreboard experience. You and a pal come in, meet us, hang out with us, see how the show gets put together, watch it all taking place. And the signed Brendan Rodgers training top. Money can't buy type stuff, except it can today. What's the number, Cassie?
Right, we're ready to take the bids. 0141 565 2468. 0141 565 2468.
Get on it in the second half. So next,
the winning team all season long. This is Clyde One Super Scoreboard.
We're up and running in the second halves of the 3 o'clock games. Motherwell 3, Dundee United 1, Hibs 1, Ross County 1 and St Johnstone 0, St Mirren 1. It's Cash for Kids Sports Auction Day as well. So let's get some bids ongoing right now, please, on 0141 565 2468. Hugh Keevins, what are you making about the on-field activity so far today?
Well, Hibs out of jail with that late Dwight Gale goal to give them a 1-1 scoreline at half time. The crowd, though, as Fraser told us, they were still booing at half time because they're not convinced by any of this. So that's the second half to look out for. I think Motherwell are home and hosed 3-1, and Dundee United have had a bad day. I still think there'll be the possibility of an equaliser for St Johnstone at Perth against St Mirren. It's the Simo Valakari way.
You've got to say, you know, we've had calls on this programme the last few weeks having a go at the Motherwell manager, Stuart Kelwell. If he keeps this up this afternoon, 4th place, you know, in a week to go to Christmas, absolutely brilliant from. Look, the next goal's got to be important, but the way Motherwell's going, the attacking football. I think Roger will get more goals, but I think Mother will win that game.
Please don't forget the silent auction, Clyde1.com/auction, because a little while ago when I checked, a John McGinn shirt signed £180.
Cheap.
That's an
as cheap as chips.
bargain, and I know everyone's cash is hard earned, but seriously, for the charity, that is an absolute bargain. Thanks to Ali for that earlier bid. Let's see if we can improve. We've got a signed and framed Connor Barron shirt as well. Might become a League Cup winner tomorrow, you never know. Signed football boots by Mark Wilson and Gordon Dalziel for £85.
Oh, there
more
you
than
go.
That. We've got a 4-ball at Mearns Castle. We've got junior sports car driving experience for one. How good a Christmas present would that be? Because that was sitting at £60 from Tony. Yeah, brilliant Christmas present.
Really good.
I can't believe 85 quid. One's a 9 and one's a 7, by the way, just to let people know the sizes.
What's the old Fortnum and Mason's hamper? Sitting at, I'd still to get my mum a Christmas gift this year. Hope she's not listening.
There you go. The only bid we've had yet for the 4 to 5 p.m. lots is for the Super Scoreboard experience.
How much?
500 quid from Martin Hammond. Don't mind that.
Oh, it's worth more than that. Just to meet Mark.
It went for $7.50 at the Cash for Kids lunch, just FYI, last week, just in case anyone finds that information.
Also, the winner must be available to drive me home after the programme.
That'll put them off. That'll drive bids down. No, but seriously, brilliant prizes from 4 to 5 p.m. So let's get moving. A signed Brendan Rodgers training top, worn by the Celtic manager himself. You can't just go and get your hands on that sort of stuff. He's going for his 10th trophy as Celtic manager tomorrow. Even after all that Leicester business, you seem to have all very much forgiven him and taken him to your hearts. He could be in the midst of another great spell at the club, and you've got a signed Brendan Rodgers training top. That is a proper piece of football memorabilia. That, just imagine it. Big Celtic fan in your life. If you're not one, what a gift it could be. Or maybe you collect these types of things. Listen, I don't even judge. You can try and sell it for all I care. It's money to Cash for Kids at the end of the day, and that is our priority. So a signed Brendan Rodgers training top, and it's donated by Celtic Football Club, so thank you to them. And don't forget Celtic hospitality for the Boxing Day game. That's such a good present, isn't it? Because you open that and then you're going the next day, and the way that you can give the gift over, because it comes with a signed Casper Schmeichel top. So those three: hospitality for the Motherwell game and the Schmeichel top, the Super Scoreboard experience, the Brendan Rodgers top, only open till 5 o'clock. 0141565 2468.
Goal flashes with M&D Green Pharmacy.
Here's a player that's ticking along nicely this season now. I'm impressed with his work. Mackenzie Kirk of St Johnstone has equalised 7 minutes after the break. Son of Andy Kirk, as he's often referred to, and he's pulled St Johnstone level. St Johnstone 1, St Mirren 1.
As he did at Pittodrie last week, smartly taking goal, and his boy doing very well. I just had a feeling that Simo Valkyrie would not give up on this, and I wouldn't be surprised if St Johnstone come back and went into the lead.
Seem like we're saying the same things about him every week, that he's done well to get in the team, but to keep out Kimpioka and Sidibe or break up that partnership took some doing from a young player coming in the side, because those looked like stick-ons this season for St Johnstone. But he's done well, he's been given his chance. But as a striker, and Daz will tell you, you need to take your chance in terms of what comes in the box by scoring goals to stay in the team. He's certainly doing that, and he's hauled St Johnstone back into the game.
Is his father still on the coaching staff?
Yeah.
Do you know, well done to him, because that does bring pressure to you. You think you're getting favours, and if you're a centre forward, the only way you can keep everybody quiet, you're there to score goals, and the lad's scoring goals. Well done to him.
Well, Motherwell have a chance to make it 4, but it's saved. Apostolos Stamatolopoulos. A bit of criticism for not. I don't actually think criticism at him, but for the team not creating chances for him. But he's on a hat-trick now. He's got a couple.
Well, still looking at Easter Road, see how the tension mounts there.
Yeah, they've had a chance. I mean, Nicky Cadden had a shot, it was pushed away, but only to LAU, and he was 12 yards out and loads of time and completely miskicked it. And if you listen carefully, you can hear Marvin Bartley laughing in the background, having the war of words that those two were having on Twitter a few weeks ago.
Who's that?
Oh, you can't have missed this.
I'm not on Twitter, so I don't know.
Marvin Bartley and LAU
from Hibs.
Oh, right, that's okay. Right. He wasn't happy.
Did Big Mav give it to him, did he?
For doing keepy ups.
Remember
yeah.
Right, so Marvin gave it to him for doing
Dundee,
keepy uppies.
was it Dundee?
In amongst the red card.
Yeah.
The next game, Ellie Ewan got man of the match. So he posted a picture of himself with the Man of the Match award saying, "Oh, what do you think of this?" sort of thing, Marvin Bartley. Marvin then had a pop back saying, "I won the Scottish Cup at Hibs," sort of thing. Right?
Oh, did he pull out the Scottish Cup?
No, I'll tell you what's even worse. We found out that the trophy that Ellie Ewan was posing with, the Man of the Match, wasn't even from that night. And he did get Man of the Match, but apparently they didn't give an award out. But
he just pulled one
from previously.
I borrowed
He
one.
took it upon himself to
I
post the
can't
picture.
believe Marvin's pulled the I won this guy.
To be fair, to be
With a
fair,
wee medal.
he actually didn't say that. It was just implied.
Well, it was implied.
It was implied about winning things.
He
at
won't be
Hibs.
bothered. Where is he just now? He's
Exactly.
sunning himself, isn't he?
He's in Oman on holiday, I believe.
Is he?
Somewhere like that. Somewhere in that neck of the woods.
Lovely.
The last thing Hibs need are showboaters like Ellie Ewan. Just concentrate on getting the club off the bottom.
Well, they
of
could
the
do with
table.
showboaters at the top end of the pitch, Hugh,
I've got
because
the
that's what
games on.
fans pay for. What they could do is defenders who can keep the ball at the back of the net, and they've had a severe problem with that.
Well, it was the attacking players that were at fault at Celtic Park.
Yeah, good point, Gordon.
Big time.
Yeah, good point. Too much showboating in that case.
It's all Motherwell in the second half. It's almost like they think if it gets to 4, Dundee United might call the game, surrender, and Motherwell can go and catch their flight to their Christmas night out. But not quite that simple. Here's one for you. Here's a great, I was going to say conspiracy theory. It's not that at all. I think Dundee United have pulled one back, perhaps. I think they might.
Where's
have.
Roger? Is he getting that cup of
Roger's
tea?
aye, we're willing for the tea.
I think he's getting his cup of tea in.
Come on,
what he's
Rog.
up to. But yeah, I think we do have one of these.
Can't believe I'm about to get these gig tickets. I've been waiting forever to see them, and these guys are once in a lifetime.
How'd you manage that? What you want to do is pay in 3 with PayPal. There's no interest and no fees either. So go on then. Who is it? Manchester's finest, I presume.
Or no, I'm going with my niece to see the groovy gigglers. Absolute tunes.
Don't just pay. PayPal.
PayPal UK Limited. Pay in 3 is unregulated. Consider if affordable. Subject to status. See terms.
And you didn't flush baby wipes?
No.
Dental floss?
No.
Cat litter?
No.
I just can't understand what...
Hang on a moment. Yep, we'll get someone out to your tenant and get that looked at.
With Direct Line's landlord emergency cover added to your landlord insurance, whether your tenants block the toilet or break a door lock, we'll get you from problem to solution as quickly as possible. Direct Line, we're on it.
Landlord insurance underwritten by UK Insurance Limited. Residential properties only. Cover up to £1,500 per call out.
Let's do it, shall we?
Goal flashes with M&D Green Pharmacy.
Yeah, I think Dundee United have pulled one back. Motherwell 3, Dundee United 2. So game on. Aston Oxborough felt he was fouled as the cross came in, but the referee was showing no sympathy. And it's Sam Dalby again. That will be him top scorer in the Premiership, surely.
Well, outstanding return from him. Another good signing from Jim. I said that there's life in this game. Goals galore, and I've been in that position before. You're 3-1 up, Hugh. You're thinking everything's going your favour. Your Christmas night out is just in the back of your mind, and all of a sudden,
The caller Hugh from Motherwell has got his hand poised on the phone. He's just waiting for Motherwell 3, Dundee United 3, and then it's 01419521025.
Yeah, Lennon Miller, the captain, was complaining to Nick Walsh, but the goal stood. So Motherwell now not looking anywhere near as comfortable, I have to say. Though I was about to tell you about my favourite theory of the afternoon.
Go.
We told you that Motherwell are going somewhere quite
Copenhagen.
quite fancy for their Christmas.
There we are, it's there.
For their Christmas night out.
Copenhagen.
I think it is, I'm not too sure.
What did that also tell you was the score from East Kilbride?
4-0.
They're 4-0 up.
Motherwell keeper.
East Kilbride's goalie is on loan from Motherwell. They've taken him off at half time. 4-0 up. Makes me think he's maybe just trying to get a wee head start.
He'll be in the airport lounge before the boys arrive, won't he?
That's great management, by the way.
Or
I like that.
are we being unfair and he's injured?
Absolutely no chance.
No, let's not kid on he's injured. That's brilliant management.
Right,
you've appreciate that.
You've heard the result come from Fir Park. You're 4-0 up. You've been taken off early. You're in that shower. You're singing La Lente. You're getting yourself ready. Splash aftershave. Down into the airport. On the lounge waiting for the boys to arrive. Copenhagen, here we come. It doesn't get any better.
Can I put this scenario to you? What if Dundee United
Exactly. And he's sitting with 6 pints in. Hello, boys. Then going, we've drew the game, mate.
Dundee United get an equaliser, or even worse, a winner, and Stuart Kettlewell says, you can forget any.
I'll not have
Oh, mate, I'll tell you.
By the way, it's Sam. I've been there.
Have you ever had the money lifted? Oh, I'll never forget that. And in fact, I was at the Bankies, Wraith Rovers. We'd gone all season. Jimmy Nicholl, we were going out to Malaga. Malaga,
Magaluf.
No, we're going at the end of the season, and Jimmy Nick had the waddy money for us to go there for the board, and it was our worst performance of the season. We're all thinking the sun, beach, and you know, just a relaxing couple of days,
sangria,
sort of things, and a quiet night.
Right, listen to this. Oh, sorry, carry on. I thought you were finished.
We lost the game, and he picked up the envelope, jumped in the car, and went away and gave it back to the director.
Did you still go to Magaluf?
Of course we did. Don't you worry about that.
Listen to this for a gesture. So I've had a message from someone at Partick Thistle. So some good news for the Thistle hospitality auction. Remember we did it earlier. It says Gary Barton, who bid successfully for the Thistle Prize the last 2 years, has just been in touch to say he'll donate another £1,000 if the club will donate another 2 places in hospitality for him. Thistle are delighted to do it, and although Gary wanted to do this anonymously, please give him a shout out and a huge thanks for the club for his support for Cash for Kids, and his company is Barton Plastering as well, so an extra £1,000.
Well done, fantastic. I may need a plaster. Well done, Gary. Get in touch.
There we are, Barton Plastering. Never knew that they wanted to get involved with Gordon Dalziel.
There's a lot of companies out there listening.
By the
get
way,
involved with me.
How good a game's that? Not for producer John. Ayr United 4, Falkirk 2. Alfie Babbage on the hour mark.
Along for Aberdeen, young kid. Yeah, what a game that is. Falkirk down to 10 men, did he?
Yeah.
With that as well.
You would think the honest men, 3 points in the bag there.
Producer John's gone home. He's at Clyde Tunnel now.
He's scored his goal. He's trying to get a head start on the Christmas night out holiday off for Tom Sparrow.
Yeah. That's the best thing.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault. So if it all goes wrong now, he can sit a few pints in and blame his teammates if it goes wrong.
Here's a wee. Is this a conspiracy one I'm going to throw into the mix here? But we congratulate him. Who gets sent off last week for St Mirren?
Gogic. No, he didn't. Did he get rescinded?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who get married on Thursday?
Oh, I saw that.
Gogic.
Surely you were invited to the wedding. You always speak to him.
I seen him yesterday. I says congratulations to you and your good lady. But no, I think it was a very low key. But I'm just thinking myself, you get sent off and then
Did
you get
sent
married.
off?
Yeah.
Did that not get looked at?
No, he gets sent off.
I thought that got looked at and got given a yellow.
Did it? No, because he's not playing today, so he gets sent off. He'd have been playing today.
Remember the Motherwell one, he clipped Moses Abiya's heels. You're thinking of
sorry, the one before. Yeah,
see.
Okay.
Tell me you didn't offer marital advice.
Oh jeez.
No, I wouldn't offer
People
that.
genuinely were messaging me with the picture of Alex Gogic on his wedding day saying, was Gordon Dalziel there? Was he the best man? Etc.
I seen him yesterday. He's a good lad, I've got to say. Very polite.
Anyway, so Motherwell making a couple of changes. They're 3-2 up. What a brilliant game. Really, really good game. Right, let's remind ourselves. I'll get Cassie to come down in just a couple of minutes perhaps and remind us of the 4 to 5 PM lots, because they're going nicely but with plenty of room for improvement, which is a perfect place to be, I would say. Alloa 0, Montrose 1, Forfar 3, Bonnyrigg Rose 0. Liverpool are level despite that Andy Robertson red card early on. Liverpool 1, Fulham 1.
Ruud van Nistelrooy is going well at Newcastle. He's only 4 down.
Oh,
is he?
Yeah,
4 down.
I wonder if they're about applauding the fans after that game.
It sounded bitter from you.
It's not for me. I didn't see that Manchester. I know he's a legend. I take that, right, but I don't think he was the greatest support to the ex-manager, for my opinion. And then he goes and he applauds, and then he goes to Leicester and he's doing the same thing. Kissing the badge.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Come on.
I think we could do a I'm hoping for a headline in a really desperate newspaper tomorrow. Former Man City star slams United.
Yeah, just before the Manchester derby.
And then the two careers next to each other. That'd be
Same
brilliant.
goals tally, is it? Just a different 10 times the level.
That
for
would
you.
be a big smiling face. Oh,
There's
that
a
would be
Scotsman still scoring goals. Stephen Fletcher.
Yeah.
Wrexham 2, Cambridge 1. Stephen Fletcher with the goal.
What a move that was for him, eh?
Who doesn't
The
want to
Hollywood
play?
lifestyle.
Who doesn't want to play for Wrexham with the old Hollywood A-listers there?
They're going well, eh? They've turned that team upside down.
Incredible.
Who's the other lad up front that scores all the goals?
Mullen.
That's him. Fantastic goal scorer.
That's why Sam Dolby's on loan at Dundee United.
He must be devastated.
No, but he can't. He's
You know,
actually done alright for Wrexham.
But you look at the Christmas night out. I wonder what they're having for their Christmas night out. Be something outrageous in London with the Hollywood A-listers.
Listen, Sam
And
Dolby gets
will
to train
be
in St Andrews
He'll
every
be
day.
up Fat Sam's in Dundee tonight.
That, as you well know.
By the way, there must be a lot of Christmas nights out for the football teams this weekend.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, must be.
We've also got ours, guys, remember?
Some have had theirs though.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had
Last
theirs,
couple
yeah.
Catchy's right. We've got ours.
Radio Clyde one to come.
Football ones we're talking like weekends away, and so
Oh yeah,
I know. I love.
What are you trying to say about her? What's wrong with our company?
Just
I love the weekend in Kirkcaldy. Free bed and breakfast.
In all seriousness,
for 3 days.
I take it in your day, they were not talking weekends away. No.
No, we went to Kirkcaldy where we were recognised and we were a chance of pulling. Of course, you know what I mean. We had our blazers on. We couldn't go to Liverpool and Newcastle. Nobody would know us.
It does nothing for the ego.
Exactly.
Did you go away with Dundee United, Mark, or was that a Celtic thing?
It was mostly a Celtic thing. Dundee United, actually, my last year we went to Liverpool.
Everybody goes to Newcastle, Liverpool, Dublin, don't they?
The London gig. We had to do the opposite. We had to go to London so nobody would recognise us getting into
London
trouble.
with Celtic.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
amazing.
2 nights.
Oh, 2 nights.
Oh, that's the one of your former teammates got a taxi home.
That's the one.
Don't
Aye.
name him because
I want.
That is the one.
got a
Aye.
taxi
When I
home.
was getting in, he was getting in a black cab outside the hotel to go up the road. Where are you going?
How much?
I wonder where the boundary charge was.
What was it, 800 quid or something like I paid? Something like that. Aye, ridiculous. But I had a few good nights in there. Met the Saturdays, met the Wanted. We were partying with them, standing with Drogba. Well, I am.
It's a bit different from your night in
Childhood
Kirkcaldy.
heroes.
Oh, it's
yeah.
amazing.
Well, I met
I was a
Ambrosia.
pest as
What do you
well,
call her?
Who?
Ambrosia. What do you call her?
Natalie Imbruglia.
Ah, it's her. I opened a
Really ambrosia, like the custard or the ice cream.
I opened a shop with her in Kirkcaldy. That's
Yeah,
my
but
claim to fame.
We
That'll
still
be it.
didn't ever manage to establish if that
And
was
I had
true.
a night out
No.
with George and Puskas in Australia, and the neighbours.
I know,
That's
but
when you're an
Call
A-lister.
Christmas night out. He's trying to.
I was Christmas over her.
we didn't manage to ever establish if the Natalie Imbruglia one was
100%. I wouldn't lie to that. I wouldn't lie to that. I follow her on Instagram. I'm a big fan.
Does she follow you?
I don't think so, no.
Don't get me wrong.
I couldn't even get Ruth Langford to follow me. That's how bad it was. And
Was into Ruth?
I was trying everything.
Good save from Aston Oxborough to deny Sam Dolby the hat-trick and the equaliser. That could be a big moment for the Motherwell goalkeeper. It was hung up and he gets down well after the header to make the save. Right, Cassie, on the 4 to 5
Yes.
PM lot, so about half an hour to go. Where are we?
Can I just say, before we get there, I've got a wee bit of housekeeping to do, right? Because we've just been donated a fantastic auction prize. Aston Villa versus...
Thought we were doing this in the next hour. You're
No,
ahead of
hold
the game.
on. I want to tease it.
Ah, right, okay.
So you know it's coming.
Brilliant. Are we
Right.
teasing all the future prizes to come
No,
or
but
just
that
this
just
one?
came in.
Right, okay.
Right,
That's fine.
Aston Villa versus Liverpool hospitality package, which we will do in the next hour, as Gordon said.
Didn't see that coming.
Consider me teased.
Take that shovel off of her.
You will never get those 10 seconds back in your life. We've got James Miller as well. Now, he's a 75-year-old farmer. He's listing from the outside of Perth, but he also bid on the Andy Halliday signed top. So we have managed to get another one. which he is basically going to take. So that's good as well. So I think he got that for what's that, about 300 odd quid, I think. Yeah, that's right. So hello to you and all your family, because I know they're all listening, and he was dying for a shout out so he could say hi to his kids. Also Celtic Hospitality with signed Kasper Schmeichel top, so that's been going in this hour. So the game's on Boxing Day. You get the Celtic tickets for Celtic v Motherwell, and it was donated by Andy McCartney at Base Hospitality Group, and currently Barney is in the lead with that one at £800. But I'm hoping that we get a little bit more, because we've still got a bit to go.
Yeah, because it's tickets plus Kasper Schmeichel signed top, isn't it? So worth thinking about.
Oh, it's not just that. You've got half-time snacks, post-match lounge access with Don't Laugh, with drinks available to purchase as well. I like how it says with drinks available to purchase. If you go up to the bar and you schmooze a bit, you'll get them for nothing. Let's be honest, right?
I don't think we should be making promises.
If you're a guy, it'll be a bit harder. If you're a woman bidding for this, I'm telling you, it will happen.
I don't know. Let's not, before the good people at Celtic pick up the phone.
Right. Get the Super Scoreboard experience. It is what it says in the tin. You basically get to sit with these guys during a show. You get to see how it works. You will get to take some calls. You can even answer the phones if you want.
No, you can't.
Take a job from why? Why not? It's all part of it.
Stop promising things that we can't deliver.
No, it's just the descriptions went from the page, so now I'm making it up as I go along.
Let's keep going. Sounds great. I might bid for this.
You'll get to meet you guys.
Sounds good already.
Right, it's a great prize, and that is currently going to Robert Chalmers for £700.
Nice.
What, you want more than that one?
That's nice, I have to say. Right, we've got another goal, Cassie, hold it there. Let's do it first.
Goal flashes with M&D Green Pharmacy.
Big moments in games. Louis Moult, the former Motherwell striker, rattled the underside of the bar. Should have scored. Motherwell race right up the other end, and it's Tom Sparrow with a great low finish on the break. Start the EasyJet engine, Gordon Dalziel. That Christmas night out is back on. Motherwell 4, Dundee United 2. And Cassie, I'm quite excited about the final item this hour. What have we got?
The signed Brendan Rodgers training top, unwashed. It's the top that's coming straight from the man himself. So he's basically taken it home. He's thought, what am I going to do with this? I know what I'll do. I'll give it to Cash for Kids. And now we're bidding on it. So John Cragen is the highest bidder at the moment with £500.
Brilliant. That's very generous of you, John. I think because of the unique nature of that and the money can't buy type, I think we can up that. Thank you very much to John, and thanks to Celtic for donating it. I think we can do more on it, so let's keep them coming. You know, he'll smell, a man of his means will smell good, won't he? Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, expensive.
What do you think it's going to be? I think Creed.
Links.
Not links.
Yeah.
Well, that under the arms, but I'm talking about round about the neck.
Something high end.
Oh,
did you ever?
Hugh. Old Spice here.
Old Lennox Town.
Brute.
Brute.
I think it's Johnny Hayes. Have you ever heard the Johnny Hayes aftershave story? I'm sure it's him that tells it. So was he a youngster at Reading with Brendan Rodgers?
Oh, right, okay.
When Brendan Rodgers was there, I think they got in a lift or they came in some sort of close contact, and it was Johnny Hayes and another young player, and he said they commented to Brendan Rodgers and said, "Oh, you smell great, Gaffer. The aftershave's great." So Christmas comes around, or the end of the season comes around, and Brendan Rodgers buys them a bottle of the aftershave.
Shut up.
No way.
No wonder Johnny's got a job back at Celtic now.
Yeah. I once interviewed him.
You're joking.
So I interviewed him once, and obviously being the consummate professional, I was Googling Johnny Hayes, Brendan Rodgers for ages, and I saw this small mention of this story buried somewhere, and asked him, and he told me.
What was aftershave?
I don't know. No,
I'm not having that. Cool waters. Something like that. Would you ever say that to your gaffer? Gaffer, you're smelling great.
By the way, have you, am I just immune to you, or have you taken your foot off the gas with the aftershave? Because you used to come in here and stink the full place
No, I've got it in the car.
I just don't really smell you anymore.
Yeah, but also what I do in nights out, I've now bought the wee miniature one that I fill, so that every time I go to the toilet I'm like,
did catch him with that Cash for Kids lunch.
You did.
Does he still wipe it on his mouth?
Wipes everywhere, Gordon.
Wipes
everywhere.
You ever seen that?
Not even
he
his
wipes
face.
his aftershave on the front of his face like it's a face wash.
I
It's
don't
so
know what
weird.
you do. No, but that's not.
Can he see
toilet. That
for
is
5 minutes?
aftershave. That's you do it after you shave.
No, I mean like his
eyes.
forehead, his eyes,
Oh, I
his
see.
nose.
Oh, that's
like
not
when
good.
he's on a night out. Most
behind
people
the
put
ears
it
is
No one's
under
going
the neck.
no one's going to snuff your forehead at the end.
behind the
Behind the ears.
I'll
Get
watch
on
what I
there.
say. there.
Anyway, you've got 20, Cassie, 25 minutes left on those?
Yes, we should do the number and then I'll head back upstairs and join the girls. 0141 565 2468. We've got the call centre going. All the girls are up there ready to take your calls. 0141 565 2468.
Brilliant, really good at the moment. They're ticking along. John Cragen's got the Brendan Rodgers signed and worn training top. That's such a unique prize. 500 is so generous of John, and we're thankful. I think we can squeeze more out of that one, so let's do it between now and 5 o'clock.
Can you believe that? That story, the aftershave story. Sorry, going a bit Johnny Hayes.
I think Brendan's been at Celtic twice as manager, and I don't think he's ever done anything like this. Something that is personal to him and that can be bought by a supporter. So, as I say, on the eve of the cup final, this is the guy who, unlike any other manager in my time in the game, has mastered the Old Firm derby better than anyone.
Ooh, penalty Hibs. This could be a big moment in their season. It's a pull on Chris Cadden by George Harmon going for a cross. There is a VAR check on it, so we'll take a look, but this could be massive. As we said, this is a day, Hugh, that sets the tone as to whether Hibs have got any chance of climbing that table. If you can't beat Ross County at home,
there's so much coming up. First of all, it takes them above 3 clubs. It takes them above Hearts, Kilmarnock and St Johnstone if they score the penalty, and that eventually becomes the final result. And also, they've got the Edinburgh derby looming on the horizon, and it'd be Hearts to be under pressure tomorrow when they go to Kilmarnock minus the suspended Lawrence Shanklin. So at least the Hibs supporters could go home with a win and think, right, they're under pressure now, not us.
It looks like a long check. That's a good combo, that. Your twin brother wins the penalty and you get to take it. Nicky Cadden standing with the ball. Penalty confirmed, so Nicky will take it. Chris fouled, and it could be a big moment for Hibs.
Certainly will be, and they need something to go their way, because it always seems like they're fighting against the tide, either trying to get back into a game. The only kind of outstanding or outlier was at Fir Park a couple of weeks ago, but it's always been a struggle, and this could just turn things David Gray's favour for once, especially at Easter Road.
Nicky Cadden steps up, saved.
Or it could work the opposite way, where it just repeat.
It's just summing up Hibs' season so far into it. What an opportunity. You said it, Hugh. They could have get themselves up that league. All of a sudden things look a bit brighter. You're not at the bottom of the league. Everybody's talking about, oh well, Hibs are bottom. All of a sudden the night could have been a lot brighter for them. Missed opportunity.
They lack bottle in the big moments. Hibs, when Rangers were going through their dodgy spell at the start of the season, they're 1 up on Hibs at Ibrox. Hibs get a penalty, miss it. Today, when they really need the result, 1-1, get a penalty, miss it. Bottle merchants.
Still a bit to go. Let's see if there's a winner in that game.
Do you know who keeps you on your toes? Jack Hamilton comes on at Celtic Park, and the goal for Ross County is excellent. Then goes and produces an absolute calamity against Rangers, and now he's saving penalties at Easter Road.
Yeah, it's just a goalkeeper
just
for you.
Up and down.
I'll tell you, if Ross County get a winner in this game, wow, the scenes that Fraser will witness.
Yeah,
I think we'll get drama somewhere. Will we get it at Perth, or will we get it at Easter Road? But I don't think we'll get any more at Fir Park. I think that results in. I think Motherwell will win that now. It's just a case of, will we get another goal? 6 goals for Roger today. Great entertainment.
How did they all get to the airport together?
You just get a minibus, Hugh. The minibus will be sitting there.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll have somebody organise. You'll have an organiser.
I remember the last time I went with Dundee United to Liverpool, we were playing down at Rugby Park, and we won the game, and 2 buses sitting outside. One was for us, and we jumped on that to Liverpool, and one was for the staff. Veered away. Where did they go? Newcastle, I think they went.
I'm sure there was one. By the way, the Motherwell flight it's tight.
Is it?
I can't remember the exact time. It is tight, from what Andy said. Like, genuinely.
Right. Tell me something.
I'd be getting anxious just now.
See if you're Andy, do you just get a shower and
go yourself?
Go yourself, because you know the boy Fisco Bride's sitting there.
Another Hibs penalty.
What?
Again, it's a pull in the box from a corner. What is it about Easter Road? That's where everyone pulls each other. Remember the Dundee United game? So Leak booked. Now another VAR check. Right, let's keep the foot to the gas on this. See this signed Brendan Rodgers training top? There's just not many of them kicking around.
No.
This is not to diminish signed jerseys and all that stuff, but you hear from them, you hear about them, and you get the odd opportunity. I do think £500 is so generous from John Cragen, and I'm super thankful, but I think that's a proper one-off. I think for Cash for Kids, we need to squeeze. Let's squeeze in only if we can. I know it doesn't apply to so many of you, and there is part of me that wrestles with that every year, but we're just trying to make a difference to loads of children here that need our help. So a signed Brendan Rodgers training top, he's worn it, donated by Celtic. That's a one of a kind. That it's sitting at £500. 0141565 2468. The Super Scoreboard Experience 700. I'm quite happy with that, but if you want to chuck more in,
frame shirts, players, wonderful, but you can get lots of framed shirts signed, but the manager, Brendan Rodgers, that's unique, truly unique.
Right, penalty confirmed for Hibs.
So
who's taking it now? There's a question.
Goal flashes with M&D Green Pharmacy.
Goal for Hibs, and a massive one. They take the lead. It's Hibs 2, Ross County 1. It goes in off the right hand post. Ellie Ewan, Marvin Bartley's pal, takes it and scores.
Twitter will light up tonight.
So what happens then? Does Chris Cadden say, nah,
Nicky?
The Nicky Cadden, not a second time, no.
It normally is that way, Hugh. If you miss a penalty in the game, maybe the following week you would say,
Do you
right.
think it depends who you are, in the sense, like, so Nicky Cadden will have come in. It's not like he's taken loads. So, let's just as an example, Rangers. If Tavernier missed one, he would take the next one in the same game, wouldn't he? Or Lawrence Shankland. I feel like there's more chance of that happening. Do you see what I mean?
Right, yeah.
You know, if you're like a real established penalty taker who's
where Nicky Cadden isn't.
He's just signed in the summer. I know he's.
Yeah. So I can understand it. Listen, I think it's all about how you feel. See, if you feel confident enough to say, do you know what? Give us the ball. I'll put it in the net. I missed the first one. I'm happy to go and step up again, take the responsibility. But obviously, Nicky Cadden felt, no, I don't feel the confidence to do that. He's handed it over, and listen, it's 2-1, and so far it will be a good result for Hibs. One they've certainly needed.
Oh, we've gone to 800 on the signed Brendan Rodgers training top. It's an anonymous bid, but I think that's heading more in the direction you would expect, because it's such a one-off. This a signed Brendan Rodgers training top. He's worn it himself. £800 if you want it.
It's a 4-figure gift. It has to be.
Yeah, I think so. If you want to secure it for yourself, 0141565 2468.
See if I ever get in a lift with Brendan Rodgers, let me tell you, I'm just going to look at him and say, what a lovely car you're driving, Brendan.
That big Range Rover's lovely.
That's a beauty. Here's my postcode.
Only a couple of minutes between those Hibs penalties. One was saved and one goes in. Hibs 2, Ross County 1.
It sounds as if fate is determined to lend Hibs a hand today, because they get a goal 5 minutes in. 5 minutes of injury time, first half. They get out of jail with that to make it 1-1. Then they get a penalty, miss it, then they get another penalty. So fate is pushing Hibs towards the finishing line for today against Ross County, even though the fans are not overwhelmed by what they're seeing at Easter Road.
See, just on the topic of the auction, please check out Clyde1.com/auction for our silent auction. It's not that the prizes there aren't as good, it's that we just literally don't have enough time to mention them all. So if you go over there's some brilliant stuff. There's a signed framed Sir Alex Ferguson shirt. As I think, Sir Alex Ferguson, one of the all-time greats of the world game, that's sitting at £400. There's a signed Conor Barron shirt at $290. Your boots, boys, Gordon Dalziel and Mark Wilson, signed boots, $155.
I am over the moon with that.
Blair and Margaret is in the driving seat for the John McGinn shirt. I think we're getting more like it now, $360. I mean, he's super John McGinn, isn't he?
Yeah.
So let's see what we can do there. Oh, got a goal in Perth. Which way is that one gone? Let's find out.
Goal flashes with M&D Green Pharmacy.
And it's the Perth Saints. They've turned it around, and it's Benji Kimpioka. A great pass in behind. You don't really want him running in behind if you can help it, if you're a defender. And he finishes. St Johnstone 2, St Mirren 1.
Kirk and Kimpioka, special K for St Johnstone.
That's what they've got at the top end of the pitch. A threat. You can always say that about St Johnstone over the past couple of seasons. More a defensive unit, but they've got pace. They've got guys in Kirk and Kimpioka and Sidibe who'll get you goals. And they've turned the game around. A bad one for Stephen Robinson.
Here's a good one on the silent auction, right? Because if we're talking a Christmas gift here, you know what young goalkeepers are like? They'll be fanatical, won't they, about their craft and learning. Now I know he's not getting much game time currently, but there are signed Liam Kelly gloves. Liam Kelly is still a Scotland international. He is. If anything were to happen to Jack Butland tomorrow, Liam Kelly will be the man. He's had a brilliant career at Livingston and Motherwell and QPR. There are signed Liam Kelly goalie gloves sitting at only £70.
Oh,
the gloves themselves will probably be worth more.
Oh yeah.
Then you add the signature. So take a wee look at the silent auction, Clyde1.com/auction. Any other goals or scorelines catching your eye, Mark Wilson?
No, it's just like no,
really, no, I wasn't really expecting that question.
By the way, I certainly wasn't. But to tell you the truth, there's a lot of goals throughout Scotland today. Even the lower divisions, you look at some of the games, some surprise scores coming in. Montrose have just taken the lead at Alloa. Don't know if anybody cares about that, but that's the latest one. But goals everywhere.
Well, 3 games in the Premiership, 11 goals. That's not bad.
I said at the beginning of the show, Hugh, this is a weekend for goals, and we're certainly getting it. Roger's got a terrific game at
Rogers not even paying attention, is he?
No,
he's
on the flight to Copenhagen.
He didn't get his cup of tea at half time. No.
He's on the flight to Copenhagen with the boys.
This is important because I did say it's not really about getting a bargain, it's about giving money to Cash for Kids and children that need your help. But seriously, there are a couple of silent auction items with no bids.
Like, name them.
Right. By the way, we could take this. We love how good's go-karting?
By the way, for 20 people. Have you seen this circuit?
Right, seriously.
It's like an F1 circuit.
Listen,
for go-karting.
Grand Prix karting at Larkhall Circuit for 20 people. It's got no bids. 20 people. That is worth hundreds of pounds, and it's sitting at nothing. Get your bids in there. Go Clyde1.com/auction. Gordon Dalziel, we know you look after yourself. 6 months of boot camp classes for 2 people plus personalised training. Think of it in the new year. You've overindulged. You've done in the mince pies, the pigs and blankets, the Christmas chocolates, the Baileys, the after eights, etc. 6 full months of boot camp classes for 2 plus personalised training. That again, that is genuinely worth hundreds of pounds. You know what the fitness industry can be like. It's not cheap. So get on that. Me and you could do that, surely.
No, I couldn't, mate.
6 months of boot camp classes for 2 plus personalised training, and your hair transplants on there as well. No bids yet. So if anybody wants a hair transplant,
everybody wants to sit next to me.
Quid.
Come on, I cannot believe there's no bids for that.
Come on, get them. Silent auction. So Clyde1.com/auction, and you've got 15 minutes.
Get Roger
left
on that hair transplant.
15 minutes left.
He'll get you value for money. I'll be like 20 grand. Sorry, but we have closed down due to the fact that Roger visited.
You've got 15 minutes left on the Celtic hospitality with Casper Schmeichel top the Motherwell game. You've got the Super Scoreboard Experienced and the Brendan Rodgers signed training top, one of a kind. 15 minutes left on them. Are we getting any late drama on the pitch, Hugh?
Well, I think Motherwell are okay now. 4-2. Time is running out on Jim Goodwin and Dundee United. Hibs, it's always the tightrope with Hibs, but I feel as if fate is nudging them towards a win today. St Mirren, they've really gone into a bit of a slump. They're 2-1 down at Perth, and I'm not sure there's anything left in that game. I think that's a Simo Valakari victory.
I think there's a goal somewhere, whether it's Perth or Easter Road. I think there's drama.
Well, it's been that Ross County.
It's been that kind of day, Hugh, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I think Motherwell are home and dry. I think maybe Motherwell could score another one, but for drama, I think there's a goal somewhere, Easter Road or Perth.
See, that's what potential champions do. Liverpool 2, Fulham 2, 10 men for
a long time.
Yeah, and the Jota is now equalised with 4 minutes to go.
Might be a good result.
That is impressive, isn't it? That is impressive. Right, keep the bids coming. I said 12 minutes left now on a couple of those items. We'll get more for you in the last hour. We'll really focus on the all-day prizes in the last hour, and we're going to chuck in an extra one as Cassie so delicately teased for us earlier on as well. So we look forward to all of the above coming in.
Yep, time running out. Get your money in.
Can't believe the Grand Prix Carton has got no bids.
You fancy that? Go put money
but
in.
It's good, you know. My wee boy does love it, and he wanted to go to that particular place. And you're right, it's worth a lot of money. So needless to say, he's not been yet.
So what?
Take you
So what? I thought there was a bid coming there.
No, because I don't know 20 people or another 19 people to take with me, or let him go in 20 times.
You'll have the track to yourself. What's not to love?
Yeah.
Could you imagine me in a go-kart?
Oh, it'd be brilliant. With a bottle of red.
I don't think that's allowed.
No.
For what it's
Not
worth.
advised.
I don't think that's allowed. Never even been go-karting or anything, Hugh?
I told you I did take driving lessons
No, I
and
know
set a
that.
test.
I know, but since then.
No,
You've never been in a go-kart.
But look,
Never, no.
to be honest, the one they invented, really, I mean that in the kindest way, when you were a kid.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be.
But I don't mean as a
You
kid.
wouldn't go as an adult. Would
Did you have a
go-kart?
bogey?
I mean, go-karting.
Did you have a bogey?
No,
Hugh?
we were in
Maybe
the,
not Hugh.
We were in the air raid shelter. We don't have.
Goal flashes
I told you.
with M&D Green Pharmacy.
St Johnstone 2, St Mirren 2, and it's Evan Mooney who's got the goal on 88 minutes. You did say there would be some late drama, and we have got it. And it's not done there either. Oh, we've got another one at Dundee United have scored as well. It's all happening.
Goal flashes with M&D Green Pharmacy.
Can you imagine Motherwell chucked this on Christmas party night? It's 4-3. It's a header from a corner. I think it's Trapanovsky who came on. It was an attacking change. He replaced Declan Gallagher, who got sort of jeered off by the Motherwell fans, having previously played his football.
Hugh, the caller from Motherwell. He's got the phone in one hand.
Yeah, what a game. 4-3 to Motherwell. There was an offside check on the St Mirren goal, but it's given. Well done to Evan Mooney for equalising. It was a poor punch from Josh Ray. St Johnstone have had goalie issues and a close range finish. He's only 17 years of age.
Good for him.
What a moment. It's incredible, isn't it?
Well, you know, clubs like St Mirren love to see the young coming through like that, and well done, Evan Mooney.
Yeah. We've certainly got drama, obviously, up at St Johnstone. Don't put a winner by any of the two teams. And Dundee United
You
will
still think it's done it for Park?
Oh, I think so, but I'll tell you what, see if it went 4-4, if I'm the Motherwell manager, I'm keeping in the dressing room for 2 hours talking.
That's still a point though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I played in a 5-4 for Dundee United against Motherwell.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, what a game.
That was a famous high-scoring Motherwell Dundee United game, of course.
Or 6-6. Oh no, that was Hibs.
Cup final.
Final 91.
91. By the way, Evan Mooney only just turned 17.
Yeah,
the other day, so that's incredible.
Yeah,
that
was great.
That was the worst moment of my journalistic life. Motherwell 6, Hibs 6, and my laptop broke down at 2-1.
Was John Hughes the manager of Hibs?
Yes. You're not great with technology, as everybody knows.
Oh, it was what a nightmare.
What did you do? Get the pen and paper out?
Oh, they were all coming.
Got somebody to do it for them.
No. It came back to life, and when it was about 5-4 or something, and I was frantically catching up.
What a night that was. 6-2 it went to 6-2, and then Motherwell missed a penalty at 6-5.
Who scored this? The
great equaliser.
Best goal I've seen. Jukovic in the flesh. No, Lucas Jukovic. Wonderful. He's still going, by the way. I think he's still at Birmingham or something.
Is he?
Was Wee Brun your manager at that?
Yes, he was. Yeah, he was. That was a sensational night. Anyway, Ross County have got a spell of pressure. They've had a couple of shots deflected wide. 7 added in Perth.
Oof.
We get a winner there?
Perhaps. You wouldn't be surprised the way the scorings went.
He's just missed a sitter, Nicky Clark, as well, headed over.
It's not like him. Usually puts it in the back of the net.
Hugh, just to make it you feel even worse, so Evan Mooney, and I know you can probably do the arithmetic, but it's worse when you hear it, born in 2007.
2007, right?
So even for me then, that's when, see, when things are becoming scary for me, that's when it's bad. So I left school in 2007.
I was 58 when Evan was born. There you are.
I don't know what I'm doing that for, because I'm not far behind.
I know.
I just go with marriages. How many marriages I've done, I sort of separate them.
Oh dear, brilliant game though at Fir Park. I mean, Motherwell are not sitting back and trying to protect it. They're going forward and trying to create something. 4-3 up at the moment. There's only 86 gone at Easter Road, so we'll get to Fraser Wishart on Christmas Eve for his.
My granny was a Mooney. I wonder if I'm related to Evan.
I don't know if I think Roger Hanna's had an uncharacteristically off day, hasn't he?
Yeah,
I mean, he's been a bit all over
way
the
off
place. Because on the video printer it says that it was Louis Moult that scored that goal, former Motherwell striker. So I just feel like the Hanna man just a bit
He might have been on his Christmas night out last night.
Yeah, maybe. I
old son.
I think he had one last week, I think he said.
Got a sore head.
Anyway, there's a St Mirren penalty claim. Play's raging on. Of course, VAR can pull things back and take a look when they get a stoppage. So watch that with interest to see if it comes to anything. Dundee United trying to fly one in from distance, but it's an easy save in the end for Aston Oxborough. He's thinking, come on,
I know.
check-in's opening soon. Oh, stop now to have a wee look in Perth. An alleged Jason Holt handball. So they're just going to check it.
Scored an own goal 2 weeks ago. Is he going to give away a penalty?
What a chance this could be. St Mirren fans, I know you'll be in the edge of your seats wherever you are. You've also only got 5 minutes left. Right, let's do this. The Celtic hospitality on Boxing Day against Motherwell and the Casper Schmeichel top combined sitting at £1,000. Good stuff. We can do more if you fancy it. The Super Scoreboard experience. Robert Chalmers is coming in to meet us for £700 unless you want to outbid him. And Stephen O'Byrne is £1,000 on the Brendan Rodgers one of a kind signed training top. Are Wolves and Ipswich barneying at full time?
Yeah. Full scale Rami.
Did Wolves not barney at full time the other night?
Yeah.
And that's why they stripped the captaincy.
They've lost a goal, 5 minutes of time added on, and they've lost the goal to Ipswich. 2-1 defeat for them.
And I think they'll lose their manager tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's under severe pressure.
Ewan Anderson's going to the screen. It looks like there's going to be a penalty for St Mirren to win it. They were 2-1 down with just moments to go, and it looks like they will get the chance. Usually when the referee goes to the monitor, you know the rest. It's me and Willie's Christmas party this week.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where he's going, Sean?
Clydesdale House VAR headquarters again.
Do you know what? He's a lovely man to be
I
around.
wonder how the referee's Christmas night out is. I wonder if it's wild,
Well, listen,
when they get drunk, they all run backwards, don't they?
I think we leave.
Come on, we'll have a race.
I think we leave the topic of referees on nights out alone after English Premier League have had some issues. You might have heard it. Penalty given. St Mirren are going to have the chance to win this. They were 2-1 down with just minutes to go. Evan Mooney, born in 2007, scored an equaliser. They've now been given a penalty. This is incredible. As if the Cash for Kids sports auction is not enough, we've got real drama on the field as well. Idowu's shot handled by Holt. And this, it's nearly 5 o'clock, for goodness sake.
Who takes him? Mark O'Hara? Is he off him?
Yes, Mark O'Hara's going to take.
If they score, back into the top 6.
Yeah, Mark O'Hara to take as Aston Oxborough takes the pressure off Motherwell with a catch. They're 4-3 up and hanging on ahead of their Christmas night out. Not that that's the real priority here. I can't believe the delay as well. The St Mirren fans, you must be chewing the fingernails at this point in time, waiting to find out if it's 1 point or 3. Mark O'Hara, the skipper, used to be very reliable. He's missed some, but generally you'd still fancy him. There's now a delay for something else. The St Mirren fans will be besides themselves at this. He's now picked the ball up. It's incredible, isn't it?
You can just picture it. Her in the car park. Come on.
Stop it. Yes, Mark O'Hara came on the show, left his girlfriend in the car outside, and Gordon Dalziel has never let him forget it. Anyway,
he'll score. Laces through it.
Right, we've now reached 90 minutes at Easter Road. We've now reached 90, and there's 8 minutes added on.
Wow.
It's a record. Got to be. It has to be. Fraser Wishart is never getting out of there. Right, here's Mark O'Hara with the penalty for St Mirren. I cannot believe the delay on this. How is your bottle? How are your nerves, St Mirren fans? We've got full time Fir Park. We'll go there in a second. We need the result of this penalty though. What on earth is going on?
Saved.
What a moment.
Drama.
What a moment in the Battle of the Saints. It's full time Fir Park. What a result. What a game, Roger Hannah.
Start the car, start the bus, start the aeroplane, because the Motherwell Christmas party, Gordon, will go with a swing. Motherwell 4, Dundee United 3. The Steelmen are fourth, I should say, in the Premiership tonight. The third win of the season over United. Stuart Kettlewell, the manager, watched it all from the stand, and it was an incredible 7-goal thriller. Motherwell led inside a minute. Marvin Caleta breaking down the right and creating a chance for Apostolos Stamatolopoulos to open the scoring. United were level in 7 minutes. Liam Gordon tripping Louis Moulton. The box ref Nick Walsh missed it, but VAR official Greg Aiken sent him to the screen. He awarded the spot kick, and Sam Darby levelled it 1-1. Motherwell back ahead after 33 minutes. A deep ball to the back back post. Harry Payton put it back into the danger area, and there was Andy Halliday to bundle it over the line. It became 3-1 5 minutes before the break to Wanda Maswanisi in space on the right. A lovely stood up cross for Stamatilopoulos to head past the goalkeeper for 3-1. I thought Motherwell could have had a penalty in stoppage time at the end of the half. A clumsy challenge by Lucas Stevenson and Harry Payton, but play was waved on. Apostolos Stamatilopoulos denied a hat-trick at the start of the second half. A fine save by Jack Walton in the United goal, and United were back in it in 54 minutes. This time a ball in from the left. Dalby went up with goalkeeper Aston Oxborough claiming for a foul by the striker, but the ball dropped over the line and the goal was given. United pushed hard for an equaliser. There was a great save by Oxborough to deny Dalby a hat-trick. Louis Moult then hit the bar from Glenn Middleton's cross when he really should have scored, and he was punished moments later. Motherwell breaking to the other end in a fine low finish for substitute Tom Sparrow. Substitute Christian Trapanovsky made it 4-3, 3 minutes from time, heading in from a corner on the right, low past Oxborough into the corner. They pushed hard in stoppage time. Motherwell always a threat in the break, but they just couldn't get the equaliser. Motherwell 4th tonight. Can you imagine Halliday's celebrations at this party? Motherwell 4, Dundee United 3.
Remember, St Mirren missed the opportunity to score a penalty and win the game right at the end. It had to be retaken because the keeper moved off his line, and Phillips Idowu has stepped up.
Goal flashes with M&D Green Pharmacy.
Wow, what an end to the game in Perth. It is St Johnstone 2, St Mirren 3. It is 5 o'clock. The penalty was missed. The goalkeeper came off his line, and in the 99th minute in Perth, the 100th minute, St Mirren have won it in Perth. St Johnstone 2, St Mirren 3. And Mark Wilson went to the toilet and doesn't even know what happened. They had to retake the penalty.
What? And someone else is taking it?
Yep.
Oh, you go for it and you miss.
Goal Easter Road.
Goal flashes with
all
M&D
day
Green
long.
Pharmacy.
It's a goal for Hibs. Josh Campbell in the 94th minute has wrapped it up. Hibs fans can breathe a sigh of relief because County had been pressing, by the way. But it's Hibs 3, Ross County 1.
I am telling you, big pressure on Hearts tomorrow because they've lost 3 European ties back to back. They must get something from Thursday night's conference tie, or they're out of Europe. They're bottom of the league, going to Kilmarnock. Kilmarnock have only won 1 game at home this season. Who did they beat? Rangers. Yet the only home win of the season is Rangers. So what a game that could be. Although nobody will pay any attention because there's another match going on in Glasgow.
Oh my god. Oh, it's okay. The VAR check is at Hibs. Lloyd Wilson's going to the screen, so that Josh Campbell goal might be ruled out, but Hibs would still be 2-1 in front. I thought it was St Mirren. St Johnstone couldn't handle anymore. Right, let's draw a line under it. We'll just need to do it quickly because we've still got 2 full-time reports to get. We'll draw a line under the items from 4 till 5 o'clock. Unless something changes dramatically, I think these are the latest. Thank you for all your generous bids. There's an anonymous winner for the Celtic Motherwell hospitality on Boxing Day, and the signed Casper Schmeichel top. It's gone. It is done for £1,000. An anonymous bidder. Thank you very much. The Super Scoreboard experience, I think it's Martin Hammond. Well done to Martin, who's going to come in and meet us and watch the show for £750 to the charity. And Stephen O'Byrne, it looks like he has got over the line on the signed Brendan Rodgers training top worn by the man himself. £1,000. We will set up a couple of more prizes. We'll update you on the all day prizes, and we'll get some full time reports after these.
Action as it happens, and your reaction from 5 on the open line. This is Clyde One Super Scoreboard.
Cash for Kids Sports Auction. Let's check in with Cassie. Cassie, we've got about 45 minutes or so remaining, so remind us of what is coming up right now. New prizes, new lots that we are launching right now. What have you got for us?
So it is the big one, Aston Villa versus Liverpool. So that's John McGinn and Andy Robertson hospitality tickets. Game is on the weekend of the 15th and 16th of March, St Paddy's Day weekend, and the date and the time is still to be finalised, but it's full hospitality, includes 7-course tasting menu, Michelin star chefs, Laurent Perrier champagne you'll be popping, and padded seats as well.
Mark
Padded
Wilson
seats.
just got up off his seat. No, genuinely.
You know what? I
Right.
wasn't listening until Michelin star chefs
the,
came
de-
out.
the detail here is really important, because I know we think hospitality, and we've done a couple of hospitality prizes. For background, right, Aston Villa spent £30 million on their suites in the summer. They have up to 4 Michelin star chefs cooking for the games, and it is Laurent Perrier champagne, 7-course tasting menu, and it's Aston Villa against Liverpool. It's John McGinn, Andy Robertson. That is a sensational prize, Cassie.
And the padded seats. You forgot about the padded
Well, of course they'll probably all be padded.
Do I need that after that champagne, the old padded seats?
Honestly,
Snooze.
that's wonderful. What else you got, Cassie?
Right, we'll get to the winners of the last lot in just a second. One of them was a Super Scoreboard experience, but I would like to throw in the Bowie at Breakfast experience, if that's okay for this
Go
hour.
for it.
So it'll be the Bowie at Breakfast experience. So you'll sit in with George and I on the show. You'll get to see how it all works. You'll get to chat to us. I mean, I'm probably going to be talking to you the most, but I actually had to phone George's wife to get permission to get this off the line, because it's not really up to George, it's up to his wife, isn't it? So, I mean, when I phoned her, she said that is completely fine. Let's throw this in. So it means that you're going to get to sit in with us, have breakfast. We'll sort you out with the breakfast as well. And yeah, you're just going to get to enjoy the show.
Do you know the great thing is, what did the Super Scoreboard one go for? $7.50?
Did it? Finally, yeah.
Right. So you need to try and beat that, basically.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping to.
That makes sense, doesn't
Producer
it?
John
I
did
would
kind of
say
put a dampener on it by saying it's a football show, remember, Cass.
Come on,
Nobody
listen.
might be interested, but I'm thinking it's for cash for kids.
Breakfast show,
Breakfast show
versus Clyde One Super Scoreboard. You want to come and sit in with George and Cassie? The 5k minute highlight in the morning.
Yes.
Anyway, right, go and get your bids in for that. So, Cassie, what's the number?
It's 0141 565 2468.
Right, those close in at 5.50. It's as long as we can give you, right? 5.50. So hop to it, sit in at Bowie at Breakfast, and honestly, see if you think of the detail of that Aston Villa Liverpool for 2. It's hospitality tickets, an English Premier League game, John McGinn, Andy Robertson factor, but the standard of hospitality is going to be worth bearing in mind here. 7-course taster menu, Michelin star chefs, Laurent Perrier champagne. It is like, that's a Mark, you're nodding.
You know, and it's everything. St Patrick's weekend as well, so people always make a weekend of that
Your
one.
birthday weekend?
16.
Come on, chuck a couple of grand in, you two. Go down for your birthday.
Well, he can
buy
pay
it
for
for
I'd
us.
buy it for my birthday. Come on, we don't even need to watch a game. I'm impressed.
But that's
Forget
the funny
football.
thing. Actually, that's going to be an amazing game as well.
Brilliant.
So there's a lot going on there. Get them in, and don't forget our all-day prizes that have been running. We've got the Hampden Hospitality for 4 for the Greece game, the Celtic Hospitality for 2. That's brilliant because it's Director's Box, Celtic Aberdeen, plus signed tops from Kuhn and Johnston, sitting at 2,200. And Rangers Be the Pundit. So this is interesting. It's a bit unique. Media passes for the fixture of your choice, excluding Celtic or European games. You access the media lounge before the game and after the game, and a signed home top as well, sitting at 1,200. Get your bids in. We've not even done full-time reports from Fraser Wisher and David Friel.
Keep him there.
David Friel, I think David Friel was finished first. David?
I think I probably was finished first, Gordon. It was what a game. Full time, St Johnstone 2, St Mirren 3. I don't even really know where to begin. But this way, it's summed up with the fact that the goal that won the game came in 99 minutes from a retaken penalty after 2 VAR checks in the space of 3 minutes. Crazy stuff. Roland Duduwu wins it for St Mirren. As I said, it was a retaken penalty. Josh Ray saved Mark O'Hara's first effort, but had come off his line, and that penalty came from a VAR check as well. Just crazy, but fair play to Roland Duduwu. Took his time, calmly slotted it in, and St Mirren moved back into the top 6. It all started 10 minutes. Really nice move from St Mirren. First goal from Killian Phillips. Took Mikael Mandron's pass, slipped it under Josh Ray. St Johnstone weren't great in the first half, though much better in the second half. Mackenzie Kirk, 5th goal of the season, he grabbed the equaliser, 52 minutes, brilliant finish. Then 81 minutes, Benji Kimpioka, who'd been so wasteful in a couple of breaks, made it 2-1 to St Johnstone. Drew Wright's pass, he took that and then clipped it over Ellery Balcom. It looked at that stage that St Johnstone were going to win it, but then Evan Mooney, Evan Almighty, young 17-year-old, with his first senior goal for St Mirren in 88 minutes to equalise. Nicky Clark should have made it 3-2 to St Johnstone, but then St Mirren go up the other end. It falls to Roland Duduwu at the edge of the box. He has a shot. It's blocked by Jason Holt's hand. It looked open and shut. Ewan Anderson goes to the VAR to have a check. He gives the penalty. Josh Ray makes the save from O'Hara. but then you could just tell something was going on. Ewan Anderson stops the game again, and this time Roland Didou steps up and scores. An unbelievable finish to the game, unbelievable advert for Scottish football. St Mirren take the points and move back into the top 6. Full time St Johnstone 2, St Mirren 3.
It's nearly Christmas Day, but Fraser Wishart game's finished at Easter Road.
It took so long, I think I was going to get an Airbnb in Edinburgh. After 16 minutes of stoppage time, this game finally finished, and it was 3-1 to Hibernian against Ross County, in a case of the result being more important than the performance. It's amazing how a goal can change a game. Hibs were out of it in the first half. County excellent, total control. Eli Campbell had scored in the 3rd minute, and then in the 6th minute stoppage time, up popped Dwight Gale with a really clever finish, and that got Hibs back into the game. Nicky Cadden missed a penalty second half. Ellie Ewan scored one, and then in stoppage time Josh Campbell scored a third. Hibs were level at the break, undeservedly, after an excellent County performance. First 45. Campbell's goal came after 3 minutes. Harmon corner, right header from 6 yards, hit the post, and Campbell, from a cute angle, he was first to the ball, just lifted his header over the goalkeeper and into the net. Really good finish by the defender. Hibs hardly had a chance until 5 minutes into stoppage time. Hoylett in the byline did really well, close to the byline, just chipped across to the front post. Dwight Gale, clever finish to his head, looping the ball over the goalkeeper into the back post and the corner of the net. County been comfortable throughout. Hibs fans hoping this goal would spark better, and it did in the second half. Then they started brightly. A great chance for Ollie Ewan. Nicky Cadden, a low drive, good save by Hamilton, but it fell to Ewan 12 yards out. He had time, he had space. Complete miss kick by the forward, and County now on the back foot. A few corners and free kicks to defend. Although Alex Samuel still a danger on the break, he was excellent while he was on the pitch. Denied a goal, but a great Jack Iredale tackle at the other end. Gale had his head in his hands. He thought he'd scored the header from a Nicky Cadden corner at the front post, but it came off his shoulder and just a yard wide. Then came the drama. 67 minutes, Hibs were awarded a penalty. George Hammond for a pull on Dwight Gale. He was shown a yellow card, the Ross County defender. Nicky Cadden stepped up, took the penalty. It's a poor effort. He struck it low, too close to the goalkeeper, and Jack Hamilton saved well. And 3 minutes later, another penalty. Cadden won a corner. Nicky Cadden, he took the corner himself into the box, and another foul was given against Ryan Leake for a pull, this time in the 6-yard box on O'Hara. From a Nicky Cadden corner. This time Ellie Ewan stepped up and scored in off the right hand post. Bashiri headed a Nicky Cadden cross just over. The chance at either end were a premium. County pushing really hard for an equaliser, but Hibs got a third on the break when Ellie Ewan robbed James Brown. He drove into the box and passed across to Josh Campbell, who had the simplest task to side foot the ball into the back of the net, and the goal was given after a long VAR check. So Hibs go from gloom to 9th in the table. It's the first time they've been out of the bottom 2 this season. But I think Don Cowie, he'll be thinking of what if they had gone in at the break 1-up. I think the game might have been totally different. The Dwight Gale goal changed the whole dynamic of this football game. Full time at Easter Road, Hibernian 3, Ross County 1.
What a day of football. It has been absolutely incredible. Some big results. We're hoping for some big results of our own on the Cash for Kids sports auction, because we've chucked a couple of extra prizes in late in the day, but that means we need to be quick, because this finishes in round about 35-40 minutes time. No bids yet on Aston Villa v Liverpool. Please, the detail is so crucial to this, because it really makes it's worth a lot, and especially for the charity as well. So Aston Villa against Liverpool, it's 2 hospitality tickets. It's on the weekend of the 15th or 16th of March, depending on TV. Full hospitality, but the difference that we're talking English Premier League here. We're talking Aston Villa's hospitality includes a 7-course tasting menu, Michelin star chefs, Laurent Perrier champagne, incredible seats, padded seats. That is going to be a day out and a half. Mark Wilson is on holiday, and he's genuinely going to try. He looks like he's cancelling his holiday to try and bid for that. How good a prize is that?
7-course tasting menu, Michelin star.
That's up your street, isn't it?
Laurent Perrier champagne.
Well done there. Well now.
Oh, there's a football game as well included.
And by the way, a very good one. I mean, again, you could be talking about title chasing Liverpool so by the middle of March. You could be in kind of like title, not deciding, but title influencing territory there.
Villa would be going for Champions League place as well.
So it's a brilliant prize, that. 01415652468. You need to do it before 5:50. There's also a sit-in on Bowie at breakfast, so it's a chance for you to come and sit in the breakfast show. I mean, the biggest and best breakfast show in the country, clearly, for a long time, and you can come and sit in. I'm not being ungrateful. I am not being ungrateful, but the leading bid at the moment is £40. Okay, can we do more for George and Cassie? Can we do more than £40, please?
20 quid each.
you imagine when we swap studios with him at 6 o'clock when we need to tell him that somebody's coming in to watch the biggest and best breakfast show around for 40 quid?
The price $7.50 for us.
Right, when we're getting somewhere on the Aston Villa, we're getting somewhere, but that's worth a fortune. It's the champagne, it's the 7-course tasting menu, it's the chefs, and the small matter of a football game in there as well between Aston Villa and Liverpool. Don't forget our all-day prizes. They'll also end at the same time, £5.50. This one, you know that way you score in the first minute and you just hang on till the end? This was the first bid we had all day from Jim LeBron Technical. £4,000 for the hospitality for 4 at Hampden, for the Greece playoff game, plus a framed and signed Scotland first team shirt, plus transport from Highline VIP executive travel. Thanks to Sodexo Live and Arnold Clark for their donation there. It is £4,000. If you want to outbid Jim, please give us a call. The Celtic hospitality, I mean, if you're hand-picking fixtures, it's hard to get much better domestically. Celtic v Aberdeen, plus a signed top from Nicholas Kuhn. Is he a player of the year in the waiting? And a signed top from Alistair Johnson. Is he a Celtic captain in waiting? So that's a cracking prize, that, and it's sitting at £2,200. Thank you to David McCall from Classic Lifts. And Rangers is a nice unique one because it's Be the Pundit. You get to media passes for the match of your choice at Ibrox, excluding Celtic and European games, access to the media lounge before and after the game, and a signed top as well. So there's so much in there. Joe Stewart from Qualifier leading the way on £1,250. So get the calls in 0141 565 2468 between now and 5:50 for those three and the couple that we mentioned, the sit-in on the breakfast show and that Aston Villa prize, which is wonderful, a seriously wonderful prize, that hospitality. So do give us a call. Any thoughts on today's football?
I'll give you thoughts.
Go on then.
3 games in the Premiership, 16 goals. The outcome of every match had consequences. Motherwell win 4-3 against Dundee United, go above Dundee United in the league table. Hibs beat Ross County 3-1, go above Kilmarnock, St Johnstone and Hearts, most importantly, and put Hearts to the bottom of the table. St Johnstone 2, St Mirren 3. St Mirren go up to the top 6. So for the winners, there was something in it for all 3 of them, and 16 goals in 3 matches. What a day.
I think in terms of drama, one of the best afternoons we've had. I know there was only 3 games in the Premiership, but you look at the way those games went back and forth. Only Motherwell really, got their noses in front, but then there was that nervous, that tension at the end there, because it looked like Dundee United might have snatched a 4th, but even Hibs going 1 down but coming back, St Mirren going ahead but then falling behind to win it in the last minute with a retaking penalty. Unbelievable drama everywhere. And then you look at that game actually in the Championship, with Falkirk going 1 up and then ended up, what was it, 5-2?
5-2.
Ends up, fantastic day of football.
Been a great start to the weekend. More to come tomorrow. 2 brilliant games. All eyes will be in Hampden, obviously. Important game for Hearts, as Hugh quite rightly points out, sitting bottom of the league. But I said it today, there was just a feeling there. I thought we'd get plenty of drama, plenty of goals, and well done to the winners today, and they'll enjoy their weekend.
Do you want to throw an extra bit of chaos into the mix, just since today's not been busy enough with football and Cash for Kids Sports Auction? The open line, anyone? 0141 951 1025. If you call us right now, we can talk today's football. Come on, you Motherwell fans, particularly the ones that wanted the manager out, sitting in 4th place in the Scottish Premiership. Give us a call. And is there not a game at Hampden tomorrow? Are we missing something?
Celtic and what is that?
There's a certain rivalry reigniting at Hampden tomorrow in the League Cup final. 0141 951 1025. Pick your team, get your score predictions in. We'll do it next.
This is Clyde One Super Scoreboard.
Oh, what a day it's been, because we've had absolute drama and excitement coming out of our ears on the pitch. A huge win for Motherwell, 4-3 against Dundee United. All sorts of VAR and penalty drama between St Johnstone and St Mirren. St Mirren win it 3-2 and Hibs beat Ross County 3-1 in the end. We've got a League Cup final tomorrow as well, so give us a call. Celtic fans, Rangers fans, how are you feeling? Pick your team, all that stuff. What about midweek in Europe? 0141 951 1025. You've got 25 minutes left on the Cash for Kids Sports Auction. So that means at the moment there are 5 items still available. The hospitality at Hampden for 4 has been sitting at £4,000 all day. Let's see if we can squeeze a bit more. It's got a signed shirt and transport included there as well. The hospitality at Celtic for the Aberdeen game with the 2 signed tops, Kuhn and Johnston, that's sitting at 2,600. And the Rangers Be the Pundit experience, so you're in the media lounge, you've got the media passes, amazing seats, and a signed home top as well, 1,350 on that one. Right, the ones that we just launched, and I was a bit nervous about these because we're not given that long. We had to just launch them at the end and try and squeeze them in. Aston Villa Liverpool, hospitality tickets, 7-course taster menu, Michelin star chefs, Laurent Perrier champagne, Willie from D&R Tyres, 1,600. So we're moving in the right direction. My ego is okay with this because the Super Scoreboard experience went for 750 and the Bowie at Breakfast experience is sitting at 250. The good thing is it's not about my ego, it's about Cash for Kids, it's about getting more money. So Stephen Welsh, thank you, but genuinely George is an absolute titan of breakfast broadcasting in this country. Cassie there, everything that goes along with the breakfast show, and you can sit and see it, so give us a shout on that. The number is 01415652468.
The mornings I used to have in here with him. Oh my goodness. 1997 we were paired up together and he reinvented the Shugster and set me on my way for the latter part of my life. So I owe George Bowie an awful lot, and believe me, when you come in here in the morning, and I'm sitting here with some real big stars, when you come in it's quite the morning. I'm sorry Ronan Keating for what I said to you that morning, and I'm sorry Victoria Beckham for what George said to you.
I tell you what, we've had word in from the Motherwell minibus. They look like they're en route. It looks like Edinburgh Airport, here they come. A 4-3. Did you see is that not the quickest?
They're still getting strips on their
quickest lap of honour of all time. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was a sprint.
It's the quickest I've seen Halliday move. Run round, clap the fans, up the tunnel.
He didn't limp off the day, did he?
Ah, man.
You changed the
minibus.
Have you told them the flight's delayed?
The flight's delayed until 7:20, guys. I hope you've been checking. We've been keeping an eye on it, just for we're worried about you.
Plenty of time.
Will we try and phone him?
Get him on the phone.
Surely he'll answer. Producer John must have Andy
Well,
Halliday.
if he's in about
just
him.
before we put on the GBX, and that'll lead them straight into the party mode.
It's delayed because they put down a red carpet for Andy Halliday to walk to the stairs up to the plane.
Surely the cash Andy's made, he would get the old private plane for the boys, eh?
Look after them.
Yeah.
You would think so. You
would charter a flight, wouldn't you?
Charter a flight to Copenhagen.
From the Stephen Gerrard days, that sort of thing.
You don't.
Big money flying about in those days.
Gordon Strachan, Middlesbrough days, all that sort of stuff.
From Govan, you think he'd hot wire a plane?
Sorry to the people of Govan who are offended at Hugh's allegations of criminality.
People from Govan switching off.
Exactly.
As we speak.
Well done, the Motherwell boys. I hope they enjoy their weekend. They thoroughly deserve it.
This is where we'll find out if he likes us, because he sent us a picture and we're phoning him and he's just no answer.
Do you know something? Patch him then. I would patch him right out of the programme.
Absolutely pathetic.
I think they'll have a few refreshments, a few hydration drinks on the bus.
They only left Motherwell 5 minutes ago. How many can they have consumed?
Trust me.
They had them in the dressing room.
4-3-1.
Dressing room. Dressing room's your first one.
Are they caught in the traffic in Airbus Road?
Absolutely pathetic.
No, they wouldn't go that way, mate. Up Newhouse, boom.
Oh, don't you give away what airport it is.
Alright, sorry. And then you go left or right. But I'd probably go right to Edinburgh.
I can't believe it. He's going to voicemail. Is it ringing first, Producer John? Is he then pressing the button? Is he sending us to voicemail? I think we keep at him.
Hold it. Forget him.
Stephen
O'Donnell will not ignore you.
That's a good point.
Stephen is one of the nice guys of football.
But Andy can't be giving it the big and texting, and he says he can't answer. Definitely, there must be expletives getting.
We've got an 8-second delay, Andy. Just answer me.
Poor show. Very poor.
Fair, I would be concerned as well if I was on the bus and you were phoning me.
Yeah.
All it takes is somebody to shout something.
Yeah, exactly.
Wilson's it's been good having Andy as part of the show. We'll never hear him again. So they're apparently shouting things that you don't want to hear, Gordon DL. So
they slaughtering me, are they?
We'll leave it for now.
Hurry, you relegated a lot of yous.
Let's leave it there. Let's go for a more traditional phone call, if you like. Craig is a Rangers fan. It's the night before the League Cup final. What are you thinking, Craig?
I'm feeling good, Gordon. I'm actually going tomorrow. I managed to get a ticket through the ballot, so I'll be there. My voice, I've been loaded with a lurgy all week, so I hope my voice holds up for tomorrow, but I'm sure it will. But I just want to eat a wee bit of humble pie. So last few times I've been on, I've been saying that I want Clement sacked because there was no style, there was nothing to see in terms of what he was trying to do. But ever since the Nice game, I think there's something there. There's definitely something there, and I think the fact that he's been willing to go 4-2-4 or 4-4-2 against the other teams in the league shows that he's kind of getting it now. You know, he doesn't need to play the same formation every week. And I was saying to the producer there, I've not been on since the Tottenham game the other night, but I thought Rangers were fantastic. You know, it wasn't a perfect performance, but it was really, really good. And I think the only downside for me is Suter going off with that injury. Because he's been fantastic, you know, for Rangers and Scotland this season. But I've got a feeling, and I'm going to put a wee prediction on you guys tonight. 3-1 Rangers tomorrow.
How much of this confidence comes from Thursday, Craig?
It comes from Thursday, but also comes from, I know people say, it was only Kilmarnock, but, you know, the 6-0 win against Kelly and then going up to Dingwall and right from the first minute being on it and going 2-0 up at half time and, you know, killing the game off in the second half. And there's just something there, you know, and probably us as Rangers fans don't have the stomach for a rebuild, but the problem was before the Nice game there was just nothing there, and something's clicked, you know, with the players. And, you know, Clement did say, you know, this infamous kind of quote, you'll see the Rangers end October, beginning of November. It's maybe taking a month longer than he thought. You know, and Iggyman's come onto a game and Danilo's back for injury. Haji's in from, you know, absolutely nowhere. And, you know, Wee Ridvan played the other night as well. So he's getting players back and he's got options now. I think that's the difference. He doesn't have to rely on, no disrespect, but like a Tom Lawrence who slows the game down to like a pensioner's pace, and, you know, Dessers isn't even first start anymore. So it's big on Thursday. And, you know, I was always kind of like, momentum's massive in football and Rangers have got the momentum behind them. And I just think, yeah, my head and heart says 3-1 Rangers tomorrow.
Well, classic old firm night before the final, because we had someone on Super Scoreboard last night who said it'd be 4-0 Celtic, and now Craig's saying it'd be 3-1 Rangers. Craig, I'd like to ask you a question, and you're a very honest man because you said you've come on to eat humble pie. What was it about Philippe Clement then that made you want him out, and what is it about Philippe Clement now that makes you want him to stay?
You probably don't remember, Hugh, but I was on after the Aberdeen game, you know, when you were on till 11 o'clock at night or whatever, and there was just nothing there, you know, and that was the point. It was just this rigid 4-2-3-1 formation, and, you know, there was no, the players were just like told, right, you're on the left, this, that and the other. But it's, like I mentioned there, he's changed it, you know, and he's whether he went to call it 4-4-2 or 4-2-4 against Kilmarnock and Ross County, and it's like the penny's dropped for him, that he doesn't have to be so rigid. That's what I think. And coming away from the game on Thursday night, it wasn't just the fact that we took the game to Tottenham, and it wasn't even the fact that it was Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham, it was the fact that it was a Premier League team, you know, and you could say, oh, they weren't at full strength, but they were probably about 70% that was their first team. And I think the performance, without, you know, getting carried away about it, everybody I've spoken to said Rangers should have won that game, and it's, I don't know what it is, but since that Nice game, and I'm not saying one man makes a difference, but ever since Iggyman has come in and started playing up front, there's something changed, and it's a lot more forward focused. It's more about sort of like, right, okay, we'll just throw caution to the wind, and if we win the game 3-1, like that's my prediction for tomorrow. It's like I'm going to throw something out, probably people pull me up on, but Michael Beale always said, I'm going to take the handbrake off, and he never did. It seems like Clement's done this, as I say, and even the captain was speaking, because I watched the highlights back on TNT, and the captain was speaking when he was doing his interview. He said there's been a slight tweak in formation. And that was the point for the last year, that Clement seemed very stuck to his guns. It was his way or the highway, and all the stuff we can't. Well, he seemed very stubborn. But for me, something's happened since the Nice game that he's lost that, and he's letting the players are having a lot more freedom on the park, which I think is important as well. And I have to say, guys, I thought you already spoke about this, but I thought Nico Raskin was absolutely phenomenal against Tottenham.
Yeah, look, I couldn't agree more with Craig about Egeman, because in the last 5 games, Rangers scored 15 goals, conceded 2, but he has been the standout, no doubt about it. Now, not just with the goals he scored, because of course that's a huge part of it when you're playing like any front line. I think for the unpredictable nature of his game, the entertainment factor, I think that was all missing at Rangers from their front line. And the Rangers fans quite often would phone here and say they were bored going to watch their team. You can't tell me you're bored when you watch this kid and how he plays. So there's an excitement about him, but he has got an end product. And Craig's right, since he's been introduced into the side, whether that be through the middle or off a side, they'll look a much more attacking threat. And that will worry, I think, or be a concern to Celtic when they're doing their analysis, that this is a player that you don't really know what you're getting. You seen him the other night, some of his close control. He had about 3 nutmegs in a row at one point. He's got an end product, he's got a finish. Is he unpredictable or inconsistent? Sometimes he is, but he's certainly somebody that livens up the crowd and his teammates round about him. So he's been a huge plus point for Clement.
I can't disagree with that. I totally agree with Mark. I think he's come in and given Rangers that lift. But for me as well, the big piece of the jigsaw is Raskin in the middle of the park. I think he's up to his game. He looks absolutely brilliant just now. The work he put in against Spurs the other night was incredible. I like the look of the way Rangers are now starting to play. 2 weeks ago, I think Rangers fans were dreading this tomorrow, and rightly so, because I think everybody would have predicted Celtic to go and lift this cup. I think it'll be a real classic game. I think it'll be a cracker. If Rangers bring their form on Thursday night to Hampden to give Celtic that game, it'll be an end-to-end game, cracking game of football. Do you know something? Rangers are in the cup final now.
Let's get your thoughts then. Come on, 01419511025. Craig says a win for Rangers. Do you Celtic fans want to respond? You, of course, are the team with the history and the fixture and the record and Brendan Rodgers' stats as well. So how do you see it going tomorrow? Give us a call. What about you Motherwell fans? The last couple of weeks we've had a few moans and groans after some defeats. Only right you come on and talk about going fourth in the table, surely after a 7-goal thriller. As we've heard, the team very much on the way to their Christmas night out. I've got picture evidence of it. So give us a call right now. And you have about 12 minutes left on the auction today. Remember, we're raising money for Cash for Kids. It's our sports auction, and we have had late movement on some of our all-day prizes. Not the first one, because I knew that would be locked in for quite a while. So it's still £4,000 for the Scotland hospitality for 4 to the Greece game, the Celtic hospitality for 2, Director's Box, Aberdeen game, signed Kuhn and Johnston top. What a package it is, donated by Celtic Football Club, is sitting at 3,400. Thanks to John Moore from JFM Electrical. And the Rangers Be the Pundit, where you get the media passes and you can go into the media lounge before and after the game, plus the signed top, David McCall leading the way on 1,600 there. So brilliant stuff. The other ones that we chucked in late on, still just over 10 minutes to go. Aston Villa Liverpool, 2 hospitality tickets, 7-course tasting menu, Michelin star chefs, Laurent Perrier champagne. It's all thrown in. Ronnie Lang is leading the way on £1,700, and we need to do more. Cassie and George, it is the best and biggest breakfast show anywhere, and that's sitting at £250 to sit in and watch the breakfast show with Stephen Welsh. Get your bids in. 10 minutes to go. We'll round it off next.
The team with the biggest support in Glasgow and the West. This is Clyde One Super Scoreboard.
Final part of today's Clyde Super Scoreboard. So time for you to get your calls in on today's football or the cup final tomorrow. Motherwell fans would be one of the big winners from today. St Mirren fans, of course, in such dramatic fashion. You were on the wrong end of it last week. How good does it feel? And what about the cup final tomorrow? Your predictions, your bragging rights, your bravado, your team lineup suggestions. Get them all into us. We've got 7 minutes left on the auction. So the Villa Liverpool hospitality, that's gone above £2,000 now. The Bowie at breakfast sit-in, work to be done, sitting at £250. Let's up that. And of course our all-day prizes are going to come to an end. The Scotland hospitality, the Celtic hospitality, and signed shirts, plural. And the Rangers Be the Pundit experience with a signed shirt as well. That's moved to £2,000. So you've got about 7 minutes left. 0141565 2468. What about John, who's in Paisley on the phone? How are you, John?
Not too bad, lads. I'm just glad the Rangers phone in's cancelled for about 5 minutes. Can I ask you a question?
What do you mean by that, John?
Well, the way they're all bumming up Rangers do this, do that. I'm never confident going into these games, but I'll give you a question. What happens if a Celtic team beat Aberdeen 6-0 turn up tomorrow?
Well, if that happens, then Celtic will win. This is the night before the cup final, John. So, as I say, last night with a Celtic supporter say it would be 4-0 Celtic. Craig, the Rangers supporter on before you, said he thought Rangers could win 3-1. That's just the nature of the business. Now you're asking a hypothetical question. My hypothetical answer to your hypothetical question is that if Celtic played like that, then they would win the cup final. The difficulty Celtic have had, now I hesitate to use the word difficulty, but against Dinamo Zagreb they were low key, and they were low key against Hibs, and they owed Kasper Schmeichel a favour. They need to come back tomorrow in the manner of the semi-final. That's exactly what Celtic need to do.
I don't think anybody's getting carried away with the fact of the way Rangers are playing. If Celtic play of their capabilities, right, Celtic will probably go and win the cup final. But 2 weeks ago, I don't think anybody would have been giving Rangers a chance. So you've got to give them credit. They've had some good results. They're scoring goals. The thing that they get criticised for was the way they played football. There was no entertainment. They've changed that. So give them some credit. Tomorrow they've got a far better chance of winning the cup than they did 2 weeks ago. Let's be honest about it.
What do you think, John?
When you go back to the games, in my eyes, Nice, they played Nice, half-strength team. They played Kilmarnock. Derek McInnes is getting 3 points on the board for his next manager's job. And when they played Tottenham are 13th in the Premier League. I said, we're that good against Tottenham, surely they should have beat them.
If you are auditioning for the Rangers job, you don't go there and lose 6-0 to Rangers. That knocks the audition on its head.
But that's the thing, John, like, we can all do that. And by the way, you might be right. Everybody in here, if I made you all choose right now, I think most of you would pick Celtic to win the cup. So I don't really know what we're arguing about here. But John, everybody can do that, because then people would say, oh, well, Zagreb weren't very good and they had players missing, and Celtic couldn't beat them. So is that not just the same thing?
When do we win away from home in Europe?
John, you're taking offence at the idea that Rangers have a chance tomorrow, because...
No, I said to you before, I said I'm never confident that they've got to win sometime, haven't they?
Well, the fact of the matter is that 2 or 3 weeks ago, on the night that Rangers drew with Dundee United at Ibrox, they were as low as could be. They were a laughing stock among their own fans. But something has come over them, and we have a proper final tomorrow, whereas we had a makeshift final because Celtic were clearly going to be far too strong for them. But tomorrow we have a proper final, and as I always say, it's a separate life form, this game, and anything could happen. And you've said yourself, John, you don't go there overconfident, you slightly in trepidation, because you just don't know. You've watched enough of them over the years to know you can't be absolutely certain of the outcome.
John, what do you think how do you think it'll end up?
I think the referee will play a big part in it.
Yeah,
I do. I think the Rangers will play after the final in May. If Rangers come out, and I think they'll come out with the physicality they had in the final, but they just never had the thing they take. You've seen them getting tired as the game went on, and when you see the goal, Raskin was doing well in the midfield, and he just had no legs to get back when Bernardo just went away from him and get the shot away, and he'd have tapped it in.
So Rangers get a goal disallowed by VAR, and Celtic won the final. So how did the referee influence that game then?
I never said that he influenced that game. I said I think the referee will influence tomorrow's game.
Tomorrow, Hugh. It's not that one. It's just tomorrow.
In what way will he influence it?
I think you know the answer to that, don't you? This is just that Glasgow.
Well,
madness.
If Brendan Rodgers has only one defeat in 19 Old Firm games, I would say that conspiracy theories about referees are a non-starter.
Well, maybe they've just been so good that they've managed to stand up in the face of it. Maybe tomorrow's the day.
Well, as I say, the night before the final, it's either bravado or... I was going to use another one with B there, but I can't use it.
Right, 3 minutes to go. Even more important than this ref's out to get us is the money we're trying to raise for Cash for Kids this afternoon. I know we usually go into that stuff in before a big game, but we're going to try and raise some more money. You've got 2 minutes left. The Scotland Hospitality, $4,000. Celtic Hospitality and signed shirts, 3,600. The Rangers Be the Pundit up to 2,300. And where are we on the hospitality for Villa Liverpool? 2,500. And the Bowie at Breakfast has now gone up. Hugh has bid for it.
Shuggy!
A different Hugh.
You'll do anything to keep in with Bowie.
A different Hugh from Diamond Motor Moves, £500. Right, seriously, a minute. Let's go. Let's batter down those phone lines. 0141565 2468. The Villa Liverpool, the Bowie at Breakfast sit-in, the Be the Pundit at Rangers, the Celtic Hospitality and signed shirts, and the Scotland Hospitality and signed shirt. A minute and a half. Come on. 0141565 2468. You're in charge of counting up the total for today, by the way. Did I tell you that?
Well, it'll be a lot of money, and well done to everybody who's dug very deep.
No, you
Times
are
are
used to
hard,
count it.
but I'll tell you what, it's a worthy cause, and well done to everybody. I congratulate you.
I wonder what sort of words per minute I have to squeeze in on Cash for Kids auction day compared to a normal Saturday. It just feels like it's absolutely nothing.
Done a good shift today, mate.
4 hours have flown by,
hasn't it? Just
it's been quick for us.
By
Just
the way,
here.
we had big football games as well. Let's hear from Stevie Frail, because Stuart Kettlewell had a touchline ban. Motherwell won at 4-3 against Dundee United. Do you think the Motherwell players minibus will cheer Stevie Frail's thoughts if they're still listening?
Aye, mate, I'll be bouncing.
Because they put you under pressure. They're a good team, Dundee United. They're no fourth, or were fourth in the league for by accident, so they make it difficult. We'd probably, not saying we gifted them the goals, but we need to do better. When we look back, it's maybe stopping the cross from the throw in, and then we've got to get closer when the ball comes into the box to stop the header. But I think they showed tremendous character, the players, to go up 1-0 so early and then lose. To be honest, I've not seen the penalty back, but I don't know if it was a Stonewall or not. To lose a goal so quickly, they recover from it, and I think it's 3 well-deserved points.
Yes, well deserved indeed. Right, where are we? That's it. The lines are closed on the Cash for Kids sports auction. Thank you so much. I'll tell you who the winning bidders are, the amounts and the total between now and the end of the show. Let's just set the scene a bit more on tomorrow's cup final. We are squeezing so much in here. This is what Philippe Clement had to say. He's looking ahead to the game tomorrow, and he's not worried about the past. Everyone keeps banging on about his record. He's not won yet in the fixture. And of course Celtic have all the stats in their favour, but Philippe Clement says that's not important.
You speak about a lot of games the last, let's say, year, with a lot of different players. The team of beginning of the season in September, a lot of new players come in. So I'm not thinking about the past, I'm thinking about the next game, because the past is the past.
What about Brendan Rodgers? To lean into what the last caller was saying about, think Rangers are world beaters and that sort of logic. Here's what Brendan Rodgers had to say on tomorrow's opposition.
Yeah, I think so. I think I watched the game last night and I thought they did very well in the game. I thought it was a really good game to watch. But yeah, it's always about dealing with expectation in these games and how you can bring the level that you want to within the game. So I think for Rangers, they'll want to bring the level that they've been at over these last 3-4 games. For us, it's about that consistency and which we've shown right the way through from our pre-season. We want to continue with that. So, but like I say, we don't expect just ever to turn up and just think it's a formality. It's definitely not. Irrespective of the form, I think I mentioned this last week. No matter what the form is going into a final, it's a one-off game. But two teams will feel happy, I'm sure. They're in a good mood to go and play the game, and I'm excited by it.
Celtic Rangers, an eternal fascination for the supporters of both clubs. And the fascination tomorrow, if Philippe Clement wins, then there will be a climb down of epidemic proportions among the Rangers fans who did not want him. And if Philippe Clement does not win and Celtic take the cup, Philippe Clement is back to where he started, and some Rangers fans will be on here saying he can't do it against Celtic, therefore he can't be the Rangers manager.
Yeah, just a huge occasion, these games, but especially when the silverware up for grabs at the end of the day, and particularly when it's the first piece of silverware for the season. Hugh's right. If Rangers manage to win, then Philippe Clement has a lot going his way at this moment, and he could do with that pressure off his shoulders in that first win against Celtic. And of course, if Celtic win, they'll see it the first part of a treble and the continuation of Brendan Rodgers' dominance in this fixture. So just a huge game ahead, and let's just hope the football's good, because we've been treated to some real good ones over the years. Fingers crossed for tomorrow.
Yeah, I like the way the two managers went about it. The Rangers manager, he can't look back in the past, and the Celtic manager saying two teams that are feeling good about each other, about themselves, let's go and get the game on. I think we're in for a classic.
Yes, and we will be live from Hampden, the National Stadium, tomorrow. Myself, Mark Wilson, Gordon Dalziel will be there, Hugh Keevins, Andrew McLean, Ross McCormick will be holding the fort back here in the studio. So you've got a massive team for a massive occasion. However, just to show that even we have a sense of perspective, sometimes we've saved the most important thing until last. Yes, even more important, I know, than the League Cup final tomorrow is our Cash for Kids sports auction. It is the one day of the year that we wish we didn't have to do, but we do, and we give it everything we've got. We ask for your help to raise as much money as possible for children right here on our doorstep, right here in our communities, everywhere you look pretty much, that really need your help all year, but particularly at Christmas as well. So let me thank you all so much. Your generosity, as always, absolutely unrivaled and never taken for granted. Honestly, you don't even realise how much difference this will make to the children that you've helped. So with that in mind, the Scotland hospitality for 4 at Hampden for the Greece game, with the executive travel from Highline VIP and the signed shirt donated by Sodexo and Arnold Clark, has gone to Jim from Labron Technical for £4,000. Well done to Jim. The Celtic hospitality, the 2 directors' box tickets for the Aberdeen game, plus the signed Kuhn and Alistair Johnson tops. A late run here, David McCall from Classic Lifts, £5,000. Magnificent. The Rangers Be the Pundit experience. You get to sit in the media section, you get your media pass pre and post match in the lounge, and a home top. David McCall from Classic Lifts again, £3,000. That is an absolutely fantastic amount. We really are so grateful. And the Aston Villa Liverpool hospitality, with the champagne, the taster menu, the Michelin star chefs, an anonymous bid right at the end there for £2,500. Incredible stuff. And finally, the Bowie at breakfast. You sit in on the biggest and best breakfast show around. Hugh from Diamond Motor Moves has got us in there at the end for £500. Genuinely cannot thank you enough. Absolutely incredible. Added up some of the other stuff that we've got, and that brings us to a total of, are you ready?
Go.
We do a makeshift drum roll. £56,090. You should be so proud of yourselves if you manage to help us out, because that will make so much difference to children that need your help across Glasgow and the Western Ayrshire. So thank you so much. The silent auction is still open till Tuesday 8 o'clock. Clyde1.com/auction. Head over there and check that out, because there are some brilliant prizes on there as well. Just leave us with your thoughts, please, Hugh Keevins.
Well, on the park, great day of football. Motherwell go above Dundee United. Hibs get off the bottom and go above Hearts. That's the most important thing of all. And St Mirren go top 6. Off the park, the kids who cannot help themselves have been helped by the Super Scoreboard audience. A proud moment, and we now have the big picture at Mount Florida tomorrow.
Get a good night's sleep if you can. Does such a thing exist? We are back tomorrow from 3 o'clock, live from Hampden and live here in the studio, and there is only one man to see you through on a Saturday night. The GBX is up next.
The Clyde One Super Scoreboard Podcast.
With Luker's Land Rover. Looking to sell your Land Rover? Contact them today for a no-obligation quotation.
Can't believe I'm about to get these gig tickets. I've been waiting forever to see them, and these guys are once in a lifetime.
How'd you manage that? What you want to do is pay in 3 with PayPal. There's no interest and no fees either. So go on then. Who is it? Manchester's finest, I presume.
Or no, I'm going with my niece to see the groovy gigglers. Absolute tunes.
Don't just pay. PayPal.
PayPal UK Limited. Pay in 3 is unregulated. Consider if affordable. Subject to status. See terms.
Oh, hey, last-minute gifters. At TK Maxx, you can shop fashionably late with big brand gifts arriving right up to Christmas Eve. There's still loads in store, so whether you're shopping for your bestie, gran, or pooch, there's still time to spoil all your loved ones for less. Big gifts, small prices. In-store and online now at TK Maxx.